like. Good job on the new video, lads.
Oi, 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 oi. What's going on, chat? Welcome in. Thursday, the 24th of July, 2025. We are live. Are we loving it? Annoying being alive, isn't it? What's going on, everyone? It's good to see all of you. Hello, everyone who's in the chat already. Steph, Middle Earth Marxist, Ninny, Cryptojuice, Wobbegong, Just Johnny. How are you all doing? Johnny, thank you so much for the dono. I had no idea how much or what your thing said, but we're at 400 quid. 400 quid for the month. Holy shit. And with 6 days to go, that's leaving the goal of having a trash bingus next week. Wait, would it be next week? It wouldn't be next week. It'd be the week after. We've actually got, technically, another 4 days. This month has been so long already. What is going on? It's been the best month for a while for me, actually, to be clear. So, you know, that's great. It's good that it's been that long, but it's just mad, innit? It's just cracking on. It's not cracking on. What's the word? It's dragging on. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so we're very excited about us hitting the goal. That's really exciting, chat. We got another 4 streams to hit that goal. So really what would need to happen is I would need to make £25 every stream up until then. And that'll be a full month where, to be honest, I will be on the same kind of money that I was on when I quit when I quit temporarily. When I quit temporarily, I was making roughly £600 a month from streaming. So making £500, and then I've got the £200 in my Patreon, which is like, you know, about 700 quid. And on top of that, I used to be getting money from Greater Manchester Tenants Union. Obviously, I don't have that anymore. So that's the only difference. But holy shit. Couldn't have done it without you, chat. Anyway, how much did you fucking donate? Let's have a look. I should have all this ready, but I'm proper fucking tired today. How is everyone doing in the chat, by the way? Hello, Han. Welcome in. It's great to see you here at the start of the stream. 65 quid! 65! Johnny, holy shit! Sneaky beaky, like, good job on the new video, lad. You thought you were going to get away with doing a £65 dono at the start of the stream during the starting soon segment. You can't get away with that, dude. I'm always going to see that. Thank you so much for the donut. Thank you so much for subbing off Twitch. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. I really appreciate it. Johnny, you've been so generous these past couple of months as well. Honestly, I can't begin to tell you. Thank you so much. I was going to go for 69, but I thought that would be obvious. I mean, I would have noticed. I would have noticed either way. Yeah, more like Johnny Class. That's right. I would donate, but I have £1.45 until Tuesday. Naptaker, don't ever apologise for not being able to afford to donate. You know, you can enjoy this content however you like. If you've got money to spend, you've got money to spend. If you've not, you've not. You know, this chat's all about understanding where people are at, and we completely understand, you know, if you're in a whatever financial situation you're in. It's always been the way, so don't worry about it. There is no shame here, and you being here and also being in my premiere for my new video, liking it, commenting on it, supporting me, all that kind of stuff in the ways that are free, it means the world as well. So thank you so much. I also got my bonus, so that's why I gave a bit more bonus. Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. How's everyone's day been? I hope everyone's had a great day. I was up at the job centre. Earliest job centre appointment that I've had in a while. And I know it's ridiculous, but it was at 10 to 12. I don't know why, but it's just like impossible to make it. It's just like literally impossible to make it at any hour. It doesn't matter what hour it is. I can never make it on time. I think it's just because it's such a stressful, and it's far away. I don't know why they put me in fucking Salford. I don't even live in Salford. I don't even live anywhere near Salford. Ah, mental. Absolutely mental. Knackered but ready for the stream? Listen, I've got some brain rot for you today. There is some fucking brain rot out there. It's the last day. It's the last stream of the week. So we are gonna have some fun. You can start off talking about free support. You can start off by retweeting or reposting the Go Live posts, either on Twitter or on Blue Sky. That's a way that you could support me. I go through the ESA to universal credit change, and it has really fucked me up. I'm struggling to ration my little food until Tuesday. Sorry for the rant. Don't ever apologize for that, Naptaker. Holy shit, honestly. Please do not worry about that whatsoever. Feel free to, you know, rant about that whenever you want. It is obviously really, really fucking difficult the way that the UK makes things. You know, you were talking, you've mentioned before about you know, your worries about PIP and the new welfare cuts and stuff. Like, completely get it. Completely fucking get it. So don't ever worry about talking about that. And it's important that we all understand the struggle that people go through when they're on disability, when they're on universal credit. Completely mental. Related note, I'm so glad Blue Sky actually notifies you now when people post. Wait, what do you mean? How does that work? Subproles are my heroes. Yeah, me too. By the way, I'm desperately trying to find... There was like a video. I've got, like I said, I've got a bunch of brain rot. But there's a video... of Jeffrey Epstein somewhere. And he's literally talking about how he's known Donald Trump for a long time. And I was hoping to, like, lead with that video. Can't start with the pedos. It's the one where he pleads for the various rights. I think it might be that one, yeah. I just, it's like him, and he's got like a weird backdrop thing going on. He's got like a weird blue sky with clouds backdrop thing. He doesn't look like he's in court or anything. But there's been all kinds of stuff that's happened recently. And today particularly, that's just bizarre. Like, today, Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana. Oh, he pleads the fifth. Is that what he's saying? He pleads the fifth. Yeah, could someone find that for me? If you find that for me, you will be my favorite chatter for the day. And that counts if multiple people find it. Sorka, hi. How are you doing? Welcome in. Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana launched their party today. And the media class in the UK... Oh, I found it. Don't worry, I found it. I found exactly what I want to look at. Right, okay. We're on. I'm back in the room. The media class in the UK went mental. They were like, I can't believe they're calling it your party. And that's not what happened. Did anyone see that? That was good, wasn't it? Hey, Mr. Dank, how are you? Hello, Monkey Sputum. New UK politics patch drop. Yeah, it's good stuff in it. It's good. So close. Just got the tweet. You know what? You're all my favorite twatters. You're all my favorite chatters. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm going fucking mental today. Chat, if you didn't see, I posted my new video today. Most of you were in the chat in the premiere, which was great. That was a great start, and I'm very happy with it. It's performing just as good, just slightly behind the ContraPoints video at the moment. I don't think it's going to do as well as the ContraPoints video, so I won't be... I mean, the ContraPoints video has got 4,000 fucking views. And it's finally reached ContraPoints' audience because it started to get a bunch of dislikes on the video. I nearly said dick likes. You can really tell it's the end of the week. It's been a whole fucking week. So thank you so much for all that. If you haven't already, please go to the new video, give it a comment, give it a like, because we will boost it up through the algo. English is hard, yeah, it is. Glad today's vid went well though. Yeah. And I think it's gonna do all right. I think it's gonna do good. You know, like I said, it's like 10 views behind relatively where the last video was when that came out, sort of at the same time. So I think it's going to do well, but obviously not as well. But I expected that. And that's how it goes, isn't it? I mean, fuck knows. It's crazy because sometimes you just think that a video is gonna be, I don't know, 500 views or something, and then you wake up the next day and it's got like 10,000, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Who knows? Who knows? It's best to not worry about it too much and just crack on. It sure fucking has. Every day the starvation pics and please send me spiraling and the whole world is distracted by Epstein. Yeah, it's great. Who you call him fuck knows? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's completely fucked. It's really fucked. And I think the important thing to remember is, and I think about this often, and Jeremy Corbyn said it today actually, or yesterday. No, he didn't say it yesterday at all. He said it last week when he was sat with Abby Martin. Let me see if I can find this. This will be a good thing to start the stream with for everyone who's feeling a bit down. He was sat with Abby Martin, who is the person behind the Empire Files. It's a podcast where she talks to people about imperialism and whatnot. And he was talking about how privileged he feels. Yeah, here we go. Let's start with this. It's only a minute. Going absolutely insane looking at posts on Blue Sky. Hey Val. It's good, innit? It's good that this is how life is.
You must feel vindicated now that you see this global uprising using Palestine as the cornerstone, as the crux of humanity's collective liberation for all of the decades of your pro-Palestine advocacy and being relentlessly smeared by the establishment.
Well, yeah, but I got a house to live in. I get breakfast every morning. I can live a normal life in that sense. Somebody like me, my age, you or your age, in Gaza, nothing.
Have that luxury.
Nothing. They don't have the luxury of even water. So it's about others, and it's our duty, because we're in a relatively privileged position, to use that position to support those people that aren't. That's what it's about.
You must feel vindicated.
Yeah. That's it, innit? I think every day about what it's like to be in Gaza. And you know, if you see, like you say, Middle-earth Marxist, the videos of people in Gaza literally starving and getting shot for daring to be alive, it kind of rearranges things in your head a little bit when you think about how hard things are. And I know I started the stream by saying it's annoying being alive, but generally speaking, I'm counting my blessings every single day. Every single day. And every one of us should, because the way that the world is going means that we may not have as much blessings as we do today, tomorrow, or the day after, the week after, the year after. Who knows? At this point, anything is possible, and we need to be prepared for it, and we need to be prepared to fight as much as possible to do anything to build a better world. Build a better world, because it is possible. Right, so what we're going to get through today. Where am I up to? 26 minutes. 26 minutes I've been live for. I'm thankful for Muel, and especially you, chat. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm extremely thankful for chat. Extremely. Every single one of you is special. 100%. Very, very, very privileged to be here and entertain for you all. You know? When I can, and when I do. We got a bunch of stuff to look at. We're going to start with some brain rot. Like I said, guess what? Guess what, chat? Hulk Hogan died.
Wow.
Died, didn't he? Can you all hear that, by the way? Can you all hear that alert? That it's not an alert, is it? You know what I mean? Does it go wow? You can't hear that, can you? Why does the sound not play? Yeah, union busting Hulk Hogan. It does play. Oh, that's weird. It's a bit quiet. Yeah. It's dead quiet. Oh, hey PBP. Hey Goblin Hugger. That brought all the lurkers out of fucking lurk. Well, I'll fix that at some point. I will fix that at some point. By the way, everybody should go follow Goblin Hugger. They're a great streamer. And you should all go and follow them. It's more apt for Hogan popping his clogs. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's good. Here's my eulogy. I don't know who this person is, by the way. Dave New World. I don't know who that is. Here's my eulogy to Hulk Hogan. I apologize in advance to all the wrestlers who follow me. Hogan is a textbook example of American mediocrity. Despite being a racist, sycophantic, backstabbing grifter, almost every match he's ever had was a flat one-star snooze fest. He was so whack between the ropes, his finisher was a leg drop. A fucking leg drop. Hogan was positively identified for ratting out the locker room to the bosses when wrestlers tried to unionize. He engaged in aggressive backstage politics to suppress talent and protect his position. Hogan refused to put wrestlers over even though they outworked and outperformed him every night. He never wanted to make anyone else look good, and he always wanted a lion's share of the pay. He had one of the most inflated and most undeserved egos in entertainment, and all his movies sucked so bad. So bad. Hogan relied on the same shtick for decades and failed to adapt to a changing audience, and before becoming a MAGA influencer in his final days. Rest in peace to the Iron Sheik. That's right. Rest in piss. Hulk was frozen today. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, so he's dead. What do we got next? President Macron, Emmanuel Macron, is suing Candace Owens or perhaps not Candace Owens. I don't know. I don't know who started this, but he's suing someone. In the papers, it did say it was a right-wing influencer, so it could be Candace Owens. But it's basically because there were a bunch of transvestigators on the right who were saying that Macron's wife, Brigitte Macron, is trans. And he's just like suing him. He's just like, this is insane that you're doing this. It's defamation. I mean, it's not really. It's a bit crazy, right? Because it's like, why would you be bothered? My wife's trans. So what if my wife's trans? That should be how he's responding to this, but he's responding by suing him. But anyway, it would be pretty funny if he did sue Candace Owens into oblivion and any other right-wing grifter. So that's kind of the whole bit, really. I don't know. Let's hear what she's got to say.
You were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood.
What?
Figure it out real quick. However you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be for whatever reason to phone, by the way. Like I said, we'll get to the bottom of it. Right? That is what Discovery is for. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. You're probably hoping, this will go away and at least we'll say we sued her. We'll say we went after her. She'll probably file for this to get dismissed. I'd like to make it to Discovery. I think that we owe that to the world. Anyways, you guys, we are revolting against this. We're revolting against the perverts that run the world. And I want to be very clear here. I count you among them. I think you're sick. I think you're disgusting.
It's so insane. It's so completely insane. No, she was born a baby like everybody. It was like that guy that came in the Red Planet chat the other night. He was like, I'm pretty sure my 11-year-old daughter was born a woman. Bro, she isn't even even if she's cisgender, she's not even a woman yet. She's a child. What are you talking about? What are you fucking on about? And also he spelled woman wrong. He spelled it as women, which is always funny. That's always a classic. But yeah, this is crazy because, you know, what the president of France has got so much dough, and he's gonna sue whichever influencers are talking about this. Again, it's an insane response. Completely insane to be like, give us a blood test, president of France's wife. What you want about? What's going on? It's just crazy. Hey, Vord. You know, drag it into Discovery. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna go good. I don't know how good this is gonna go. So I guess stay tuned. We got some absolutely. I was trying not to show you. I was trying not to show you before. I was trying to do a pretty funny reveal on this one. But this guy, Adam Brinson Designs. Artist, portraits, UFOs, movie, pop culture, horror, and animals. Of course, he's available for pet portraits. He says, working on the second layer, using a glaze technique, thin layers of paint to blend the shadows. You can achieve a great sense of depth by working this way, slowly building up the layers, gradually refining the details. Defend the Realm 2 coming soon. Oh, it's fucking mint. It's fucking mint. He's making it worse. He's making it so much worse. He's made that so much worse. It's Chandler Bing. Yeah, it's supposed to be Waxy Lemon. Yeah, it's proper good, this. Oh, God. Yeah, hey, Stalker, how you doing? Isn't the most perverted thing people trying to analyze and critique other people's gender? Yeah. About the last video, yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%. It's far more perverted demanding to know what is in someone's pants, right? It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Who cares? We watched the Jeremy Corbyn one. I thought we'd start with this. Incredible stuff. It's got to be an emote, that, hasn't it? I've not been paying attention. What is this image? Guess. Try and guess what it is. It's just some fucking loser who looks like that painting fucking Tommy Robinson, who's terrible at art. Should we just have a look at some more of his art? Let's see what other kind of stuff he does, chat. Oh, you were saying hi to Vord. Oh, I was going to say I already said hi to you. Oh, wow. How did he manage to get it so bad? How did he manage to get Oh, this is looking bad too. Oh, that's looking bad. Oh, the closer you get to it, the worse it looks. Oh my God. What is going on there? What is going on there? What's going on? He looks like he's had a stroke. You know, if you go in for... Here's the thing. Here's what I always say about art. Right? If you go in for realism, just take a photo. Just take a photo, man. Do you know what I mean? Or at least do it stylized. Do a stylized portrait. That's the beauty of art. You can, like, go crazy and do whatever you like. This guy's tried to recreate a movie poster one for one. Do you think it's AI? Because here's the thing, right? It would make sense, wouldn't it? It would make sense if this was an AI picture of Tommy Robinson that he's just, like, printed out. He's not painted it, has he? Oh my God, chat, this could be absolutely the case. That's why him... Oh my God, look at his paintbrush. Oh my God, chat. Oh my God, you're right. Val, you're fucking right. It's AI. This guy, that's why when he was doing this bit on the shoulder, he was making it fucking worse because he's not painted any of it. Look how clean his paintbrush is! He's never painted in his life! Yeah, the canvas edges aren't sloppy. What's going on? That's crazy! Just let the fascist paint. Yeah, it really doesn't look like a great brush technique. It's not a great brush technique, is it? Like, he's holding the brush like that. That's wild. Look, he's fucking it up so bad. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It is actually all AI, isn't it? And he's like trying to sell this stuff. Oh my god. Rupert Lowe. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is crazy, man. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, but like it really feels like it is. It really feels like it is. Did I get that one up? I mean, the fingers are looking okay on this one. It just kind of doesn't really look like anyone. It's crazy because this flag in the background looks far too good compared to this. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard to tell. It could be bad art. It could be AI. I don't know. It looks like he's had a good hiding. He does. Limited edition sketch prints. There's one of J.K. Rowling there. Oh yeah, man, these are looking sick. These are looking sick. There's no way that he, buddy, John Carpenter would fucking slap the shit out of you. You absolute fucking psychotic moron. Who knows who this guy even is? What is going on here? The flag has random wrinkles. Is it supposed to overlap that way? I mean, I don't know. Who fucking knows? Anyway, his art is bad, whether it is AI or not. I think we can pretty much just agree on that, can't we? All right, here we go. This is apparently from 2010. This is an interview with Jeffrey Epstein. This feels like forbidden content that we're watching here. But this is particular questioning about Donald Trump.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
Have you ever had a personal relationship?
It's a lighting screen behind him, yeah. If he's happy to say he's had a personal relationship with Donald Trump, but he's not happy to say he's hung out with him in front of minors, right? Come on, man. I mean, we all know this anyway, right? We all know this. Anyway, we're gonna have a little look here at... Let's see if I can find this. I think it's in Brainrot. Or is it? Did I put it in my watch later? I think it might be in my watch later. 5th is not incriminating yourself. 6th is right to legal counsel. And 14th is right to due process. Yep. And according to the president himself, pleading the 5th is an admission of guilt. Yeah, that's right. I don't remember the 6th and 14th amendments. There you go. Pleading the 6th. Imagine pleading the 6th. That's crazy. What's probably going to happen, and No Justice tweeted this, and I agree with her take. What's probably going to happen if we see this...
The more breaking news now, also once again from our US partner NBC News, and it is relating to this continuing saga involving the Trump administration and the Jeffrey Epstein files, and how many of those files are going to be made public. Well, a senior law official in the United States has confirmed that the Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, is meeting right now with Ghislaine Maxwell, the former associate of Jeffrey Epstein, as well as Maxwell's own lawyers. They're meeting in a conference room inside the US Attorney General's office on the 4th floor of the federal courthouse in Tallahassee. Ghislaine Maxwell, of course, in prison. And we don't know much more, other than the meeting is expected to last throughout the day. Let's bring in Spencer Kuvin, who is a lawyer who's represented several of Jeffrey Epstein's victims. Thank you very much for being
This will be interesting to see what this person says.
with us. And just first of all, I wonder what you make.
I think you're right. Like I said, No Justice said this. Ghislaine Maxwell is going to be pardoned by Donald Trump. He's going to be like, there was no Epstein files, the Epstein Island, it's all fake. Nothing happened there. It was all a big conspiracy. You know, people love conspiracy theories. They name me in conspiracy theories all the time. Say I'm QAnon and all this. I don't even know what that is. We made a huge mistake, huge error with Ghislaine. She's free to go. Nothing happened. And that's it. And that's gonna be it. It's gonna be like, no, yeah, we fucked up. There was no Epstein Island. Nothing happened. Ghislaine Maxwell is free to go. Yada yada yada.
Of this news that the Deputy Attorney General is right now in a meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell and her lawyers.
Thank you for having me on today. You know, it's unfortunately discouraging. The reality is that this is the personal lawyer to Donald Trump. And why would he be allowed a private meeting with Ms. Maxwell? You know, the concern on behalf of the victims, and I've represented 9 of the victims, including victim number 1 here in Palm Beach, Florida. The concern is that he is going in there to somehow persuade Ms. Maxwell to either not testify.
I think you're right,
before
Soka.
the open house and Congress, or to give her some kind of a deal.
He is going to try and prove his point, like you said, where he said he could shoot someone in the street and people would still love him. It's probably not going to work. You're right. I agree with that as well. I also think he's just playing with power. I think that's Trump's whole deal. He's playing with power. He's doing whatever he wants. He doesn't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if you were a big kid in charge of a country, and that's just what he's doing. He's doing whatever the fuck he wants. Who cares? Loot the empire, blame immigrants, put people in concentration camps, you know, all that kind of business, and do as much of that to clear your name for your own sake. Not that anyone will believe it, but before you die. And, you know, I think that's it. I think you're right, Krypton Juice.
To where if she leaves out certain names, that she'll get some kind of a lighter sentence.
Who cares? Exactly, the far right's mantra.
Disclosure immediately.
Exactly. Chuck Schumer's not going to stop him.
Not only from Ms. Maxwell to Congress, but also a full and open disclosure of all the documents maintained currently by the FBI. For example, we know that they have over 1,000 hours of videotapes, surveillance tapes that were taken and preserved from inside of Epstein's mansions. we want those released immediately. And President Trump could do that with a swipe of a pen and an executive order tomorrow if he chose to do so.
Right. So you see this as President Trump clearly getting involved in this whole issue. I mean, his Deputy Attorney General, I repeat, meeting Ghislaine Maxwell as we speak. So what do you think of the way President Trump has handled this whole issue? On the campaign trail, he was all for releasing everything. Now suddenly he's not. What do you make of it broadly?
Well, it's frustrating. It's obviously incredibly frustrating. You know, the victims believed him and took him at his word that he was going to get into office and immediately release everything.
How? How did they believe that? Really? Maybe he's just saying this. I don't know. But I find that so hard to believe.
We have said since this whole thing started, and this goes back, by the way, to 2006. This is going on almost 20 years of this Epstein saga. And we have always maintained that this was a broad conspiracy, that it was a sexual pyramid with Epstein and Maxwell at the top of the pyramid. But there were many people involved in these sex scandals throughout the world. And we want them all disclosed. We want the public to
tallies from his first term. The number of lies he told was well over the number of days he was in office. Oh yeah.
Involved in this.
Oh yeah.
Not just Maxwell and Epstein. And it's frustrating that the president now is backtracking on the promises that he made to the general public to release this information.
So you have no doubt there are.
Oh yeah, I heard about the Nelk boys as
files.
well.
I mean, how significant is this revelation? Well, I say.
I mean, we saw that when we raided Lux the other night, right? And she was covering that. If you don't know who the Nelk boys are, they are fucking conservative podcast bros who decided it would be so cool and so based to get Benjamin Netanyahu on a podcast. Just insane. And just like not even let him not even have anyone on to challenge him or anything like that. Just like sat there just like, oh really? Hamas are like stealing aid. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, Hamas are still using human shields. That's crazy. You know, just like dude bro podcast losers.
The White House is saying it's fake news, that there are multiple mentions of Trump in these documents.
So, in reviewing the discovery that we had in the cases that I litigated, there was never any per se list. So no one ever showed us, and we never saw a discrete actual list of people. What we did see are phone books and message pads of people that were calling the home and making arrangements for women and girls to be sent over to their house. And then those arrangements would be made by Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, I believe that monkey sputum.
Is there a quote unquote list? I never saw it. I don't know that one exists, but that doesn't mean that there weren't a whole bunch of individuals that were taking part in this entire, scheme, this sexual exploitation scheme. And, look, Donald Trump, it was admittedly close friends with Jeffrey Epstein for many years. We've seen him in numerous photographs at numerous events and parties with him. So if he's innocent, and there is nothing that is, scary to him in these files, release them. But if he doesn't release them, then the public is going to be concerned that there is something in these files that maybe implicates him in this conspiracy.
And
so,
just finally, I mean, what is the potential for this causing political damage to the president? And a two-part question, really, because we've only got a minute or so. And is there a problem here that the victims of Epstein get lost in all this?
Well, certainly I think the victims want this information to be released. But I think that in order to prevent things like this from happening in the future, that there needs to be accountability on all parts. That means accountability on the part of all powerful, wealthy individuals that were taking part in this scheme. So at the end of the day, if he doesn't...
I think you could just stop at powerful, wealthy individuals, right? All powerful, wealthy individuals need to just not be around.
Release these documents, then...
Maybe there shouldn't be powerful, wealthy individuals.
I think it's a political nightmare for Donald Trump. I think that everybody is going to have serious questions if he fails to release and fully disclose this information.
Spencer Kubin, thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Well, there you go. This was the video that I wanted to watch. The American is going to love that. By the way. Every American is going to love that. These companies are not going to agree to something like this because it's not how it works. Right? Capitalism is fucking absolutely insane. The only way that you can get subsidized prices for drugs, medicine, etc., is through socialism. It's through social safety net policy, where you take tax, you know, and put that into public spending. The entire thing that he has just destroyed. He's like, don't worry, everyone. We are going to get healthcare, free healthcare through capitalism. Impossible. Completely impossible. There is simply no way. And then when these companies refuse it, if he's really going to be solid on it, then, oh damn, yeah, you just can't get like a fucking Mercedes anymore. And all of a sudden, the United States has turned itself into the same thing that it made Cuba, where everyone's having to repair their fucking Mercedes, and in like 30 years time, people are still driving the same class Mercedes from this year, and they're having to like repair it, probably with fucking parts from Cuba or some shit. I don't know. It's just say anything, isn't it? I've had that happen in the UK. Like literally, do you want to buy a tyre, mate? Do you want to buy a tyre? That's literally happened to me. Easy boss, selling the plan you know is fucked and broken and won't work, and firing anyone that tells them that. Yeah. I also don't understand what it means getting other countries to raise their drug prices will somehow make prices cheaper. Yeah, nah, it's just nonsense. Yeah, people keep complaining about it being cheaper in Europe, and he's decided to make them more expensive abroad to resolve that issue. Yeah. It's funny stuff, right? Oh yeah, that's right. He's trying to arrest Obama, isn't he? He's literally desperate to distract from this in any way, shape, or form. Back in the day, the Hillary Weinstein thing, because Weinstein appeared at a campaign event before accusations came out. Right.
Dun.
I mean, yeah, it's like shock horror. It's like all of this, right? We're watching this because it's funny. You know, we got Josh here. He's giving us some jokes. It means I don't really have to do a lot of work. It's my Friday. I'm feeling a little tired. Okay, but you know, that's the thing. It's just like, yeah, we all know that this guy is in the files. We all know he was on Epstein's island. We all know he's absolutely done sex crimes. You know, the Bidenification of Donald J. Trump. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. The wife of the two said straight out she would marry Trump. Very much ex-friends. That's crazy. Your ex-friend would not shut up about Hillary being a criminal or whatever. I mean, the thing is, it's crazy though, right? Because it's like, if you're a leftist, you could be like, yeah, man, Hillary Clinton is a war criminal. And that's fine. That's correct. It's like we were talking about the Jubilee stuff. It's like we were talking about that on Monday. If you are going into a conversation with someone on the right, I mean, again, you shouldn't if they've made their views clear and you know that they're a fascist. But if this is someone who you genuinely think is just a misguided person or whatever, and they say, Hillary Clinton is a war criminal, the immediate rebuttal should not be, no, she isn't, right? Because you're ceding ground to them. You're basically saying like, oh, okay, I'm going to talk about this with you on the same page that you're on. But we don't need to do that. You know? It's like, yeah, she is a war criminal. And it is possible that she hangs out with Harvey Weinstein, right? Like everyone who's wealthy and powerful would probably hang out with sex offenders because sex offenders need wealthy and powerful people to protect their crimes. And wealthy and powerful people often engage in sex offenses and sex crimes because they are enabled to do that by the society that we live in for the reasons I just stated. Having the money to protect yourself in court, affording lawyers to be able to shut people up, etc., etc., making threats more realistic, sending mafia around to victims' houses, all this kind of stuff, yeah? And you could just say, yep, that's probably true. You know what I mean? But, of course, the conclusion that they won't come to is communism is good. No matter how many times you say that. If they are just like a misguided person, maybe they will. But it makes absolutely no sense to engage in this liberal fantasy world where we're sitting there and just pretending that every Democrat ever has never done anything wrong. Had someone in my comments like, this was frustrating as hell. This was obviously on the ContraPoints video, obviously. But let me show you this. So this was in the comments on the video that I made about ContraPoints. Wait, why can I not find it? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. This is how I know that some of ContraPoints... This is how I know that some of ContraPoints' audience found the video, right? This one person, please do not harass this person. Do not get into an argument with them. I know that I've said you could do that in the past when it comes to like fascists in my videos and stuff like that, but this person is just like a misguided idiot, right? So this person says, only thing I disagree with is around 12:15. Should we see what's at 12:15 in the video, chat? Genocide is happening over there where I don't see it. And right? What they're actually referring to is this. A certain type of people as people, and you're saying it's the same kind of like mentality that Blue MAGA has, right? Blue MAGA is like, no, you got to vote for Kamala Harris because then at least the genocide is happening over there where I don't see it, and we can go back to brunch, right? So that's what this person disagrees with. Only thing I disagree with is around 12:15. Voting for Harris wasn't just about Palestine. It was about women's rights. Under Trump, this is a real thing that someone typed. Under Trump, Roe v. Wade was overturned. And I think leftists, particularly leftist men, need to keep that in mind. What? A thing that didn't happen? It was overturned under Biden. What are you talking about? And this motherfucker is like, this is by judges appointed by Dems or Republicans. Were any of these judges appointed by Trump? You know the answer to this question. Like, this is stupid, man. This is stupid. I'm not going to engage in this fucking conversation. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I know I did here, but it's just such an insane... Oh, they fucking responded to me. I'm not looking at that because I'll just get fucking mad. Biden could have expanded the court. He could have signed a fucking executive order overnight. You know, this is what I said. Did Joe Biden or any Democratic leaders do anything to challenge that or sign an executive order when it happened, reversing it? Or better yet, did they codify it into law before this happened? You know the answer to this question, right? It's frustrating as fuck. It's fucking frustrating as fuck. It was literally years ago. It's insane that they would be like, this happened under Trump. Insane. I've accepted that my dad's brain is just kind of melted because political talks with him are just okay, cool, based, sorry, back at the fuck up, what was that, explain, repeat. Yeah. A lot of older people have really got a cooked brain when it comes to politics, for sure. That's very true. But there's lots of other people who aren't like that. Maybe old, maybe young. Yeah, exactly, Monkey Sputum. It's completely mental to say that. Completely mental. Biden said it was a day one priority and then never did it. It's crazy, right? Because you got Joe Biden who was like, day one, Jack, we're gonna overturn, codify Roe v. Wade, and then never did it. And then you've got Donald Trump, day one, we're doing the Epstein files, they're getting released, and then never did it. Mental. Right, this is the thing. When your entire ideology is defined by Trump's existence, the evils of America do not extend beyond him, right? The evils of America are in the political elite class, the ruling class. And that's what everybody needs to get their fucking head around. It's unfortunate that being a content creator essentially means that you get really good at doing impressions of the worst people in the world. I never ever thought that I'd be able to do a good Trump impression, but... Wait. I missed that because the boy is like... Come on. Stop being a gremlin. I didn't have time to play with him today, so he's like... He's being a little gremlin. For sure. 1,000%. I believe that he believes that. Ignoring trolls tends to piss him off. That is accurate. Yep. Yeah, for sure. But I believe he really believes that. I believe he's got all kinds of weird shit going on in his gaff. You gotta remember, this guy did so many drone strikes on fucking children. In my opinion, Obama, you shouldn't use drones as president, but you wouldn't listen to my opinion. There you go. You can do what you want, chat. Just a... Krill-tacular. And here's the thing. I'm just learning this based on the fact that I saw your name in the YouTube chat today. I've been calling you Trill-tacular for the entire time. And obviously it's not. It's obviously Krill-tacular. I can't believe that you've been so generous in my chat, in my stream, since you discovered me like a week ago or some shit. It's okay. I am still going to apologize. Krill-tacular. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Morrigan the Fae. Enjoy rad-free viewing. Enjoy your sub. Enjoy your emotes. I'm going to be doing some new emotes very soon. So that'll be good. And everyone will enjoy that. Won't it? Thank you so much, Krill. Appreciate that. Let's not forget those cages Trump used for Hispanic kids in his first term were built by Obama. Yeah. Cold, hard, blue hog. You know, chat. Nah, but seriously, I don't know why, but cold, like it just makes me think of a cold, hard, blue hog. I don't know why. When he first said it, that's what I thought. I thought of like a big, fat, cold, hard, blue hog. I just don't know why I think of a hog, because blue balls. That's what made me think of that.
Pasta, everybody.
Michael Pasta? Is that guy's name? I know it isn't. I know it's Michael Costa. Right, okay. We got all kinds of brain rot to get through. But we're going to start with this guy. This is good, isn't it? Wow. That's good. The fastest who got exposed on Jubilee has been fired from his job. This is apparently not true, by the way. This is apparently a grift. I think what actually happened is he got fired in January. This is what some people are saying. I wonder if this is in the comments. No, it's not. But I think that's pretty good. I think I've seen other people say that he was already fired in January. Look, all these fucking blue checks in the replies. God damn it. It's crazy how many people pay for Twitter. Fuck me, man. Twitter is like a real problem that people have in the brain. Right? This is crazy. To get past this many blue checks. Fuck me. Cold, hard, and blue checks. That's right. That's right. I love my cold, hard, blue check replies. Oh, man. Do you know what? We're never going to get past them, are they? Are we? It's just never going to happen. Anyway, apparently, he lost his job in January, and this was just a grift to get him money so he doesn't have to find a job. They've already raised like $30,000 for him. Here's something that's going to make everyone mad. Y'all remember hearing about at the Coldplay concert, there was that one CEO who was having an affair with his secretary or whatever it was. I can't remember what it was. Let's see what Chris Martin's got to say as well in these concerts that he did.
Yesterday we had a beautiful Palestinian flag. Today we have an Israeli flag. So we welcome all people. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. It makes me happy that both groups can come.
Oh my God. There is simply nothing good about this band. Both groups can come. It makes him happy that both groups can come, by the way. That's what he just said.
Palestine or from Israel, wherever you came from, even if you just came 10 minutes away, we're so grateful, and I hope you're having a good time.
I don't think I've ever heard him speak, by the way. And it makes so much sense that that's what he sounds like.
That religion, that nationality, this nationality, all this stuff. All I see is a group of people who are getting along just fine despite the differences. So thank you for showing us that that's possible.
Yeah, man, you can get along just fine if you're an evil settler colony and an oppressed people. The people that you're oppressing and settling the land of. You can get along just fine.
Thank you for just existing together in this space without any violence, without any fight.
Coexist.
Just showing us that all these conflicts that we keep being told about are really overcomable by the power of love and togetherness. So
they're overcomable by the power of love and togetherness. Both people can come. Jewish people, National Socialists, Palestinians, and the people who want to kill them all the time. I swear to God, man. Zero clue. And that's people are booing.
So thank you for that.
Just like one really loud boo. Fucking boo! Fucking boo! God damn, that is absolute brain rot. Here we go. Some cool British stuff from last week. Over £500 raised for a young girl who went viral online after being unable to celebrate her British identity at school on Cultural Diversity Day. By the way, there is footage of this girl jumping for joy that she gets to speak at a Tommy Robinson rally. I don't know if I've actually got that here. No, I don't. So, yeah, this is all good stuff. It's all really good, normal stuff. Here we've got Caroline Farrow. Opinionated Catholic. Okay. As seen on TV. I've never seen her on TV, so I don't know who this is. But this person says, it really is like the Third Reich. Talking about the walking up to Wembley for the Coldplay concert, by the way. Right, except for it's not like the Third Reich, is it? Because the Third Reich famously killed a lot of queers. So, not really like the Third Reich at all. TBH, the Third Reich. You know, and even if she's talking about the flag arrangement, yeah? Because that's what she's trying to imply, right? The flag arrangement, you know, what is she implying? That, like, you get to the top of the stairs and Coldplay are the Hitler of the queers? What are you talking about? Unlike every other day in America when there's no flags, yeah. Yeah, and there's famously no flags in Britain either. There's definitely no flags in Britain, ever. It's also the way flags look at a lot of universities. Yeah, it's crazy. It's also like, yeah, oh, the Third Reich, just like, yeah, you know what the Third Reich was? It was when flags like this. If you flip the picture upside down, it might look like the Third Reich. Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, honestly, super serious people. Speaking of super serious people, we've got Curtis Sliwa here. Yeah. Who's the Republican New York City mayoral candidate. And this is a great frame to be bringing this up. With. Curtis Sliwa going up against Zoran Mamdani, Andrew Cuomo. Have you not seen this guy, Corbz? He's like Tim Pool. This hat is literally surgically attached to his head. He goes everywhere with it. We had a little look at this guy a few weeks ago when we were sort of having a look at, because, you know, we were thinking like, how is Zoran Mamdani going to win the mayoral race? Who is he going up against? Well, Andrew Cuomo is going to run again. No one's going to vote for him. And Eric Adams is going to run again. No one's going to vote for him. Has he got tanline under the hat? I haven't seen that. Fascist Frank Spencer, yeah. I can't wait for right-wingers to make it the story for like a week. Only for him to lose. Why are there so many hat guys, though? We've all done too much Benadryl. We've all done way too much Benadryl. Right. I did not know this. Curtis Sliwa hat tanline. Nah. Wait, there's gotta be a better picture than that. It looks like you know what it looks like, chat? You know when you like you know when you get like a cut on your finger or just anywhere on your body and you keep like a plaster on it for a full day? You take it off at the end of the day because it's been like, you know, it's been soaked. Do you think that's what it is? Do you think in the hat he's just got like antiseptic? This is fucking crazy. This goes so hard. He's so serious. Oh, it definitely smells the same as well. It definitely smells the same as well, doesn't it? Oh, no. Oh, it fucking does for sure. A beret full of Dettol to keep the woke mind virus at bay. Do you think he even notices it? No. He definitely sleeps in it. He's got a septic head. Oh, Jesus. This is so good. It definitely stinks so bad. Val, I'm so glad you showed me this. I've never seen this. It is, though. It's so tight to his head, isn't it? Oh my god. That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I can't get over it. I can't get over it. Every time I look at it again, it's just the same. It's the same amount of funny. Oh, I'm crying. I'm actually crying. Oh shit. Oh. Oh man. I don't know if I can carry on. I don't know if I can live my life in the same way anymore. It's like he has to screw it back on. Oh. Oh, chat. Oh, that's the funniest thing I've seen in like this entire year. This has got to be an emote. This is an emote, straight up. New subscriber emote. He looks so depressed. He looks fully depressed. Oh, Jesus. Ball cap threads. I'm in pain. My back hurts. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god, Emmy. Fucking hell. He's looking like this. He's looking like this. I'm fucking sweating. Oh my god. Whoa. Looking like a fucking freshly circumcised dick. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. Wow. Oh wow. Oh, that is the funniest thing I've seen all year. Holy shit. My temples hurt. Not as much as his. Okay. Gotta carry on. I can't believe this is real. Look how sweaty he is. Sweaty as fuck, isn't he? Look at his hair. His hair's so wet. Oh shit. Put your thinking hat back on. Oh my god. Oh my god. He did not know. He did not know just how this would work for him. Thank you for the clip, nap taker. I'll shove that on my fucking Twitter in a bit. Fuck it. Yeah, make a fucking TikTok out of that shit. We had some bangers then from chat. Yeah, how was he thinking with his hat on? Here's the thing, chat. We need to shame him so much. So much for this image. Because if he keeps the hat on, he won't be able to think properly. He can't use his brain. So That's in our best interests. Thank you, Krill, for gifting a sub to half a laptop. Thank you for supporting the stream. Enjoy your sub. Enjoy your ad-free viewing. He genuinely might die if he keeps the hat on. Yeah, the Tim Pool effect. If he, it's like saving his life. This is why Tim Pool never takes his off, because he knows if he takes it off, everyone will see this. Just a proper wet head. Just a proper Swede that's fucking soaked. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, Val. You legend. God, that is so funny. Yeah, some absolute zingers from chat. Let the scalp breathe. Smell wild when he takes it off. When he takes it off, looks like the circulation to his brain is cut off. It's like when people. Do you ever remember like elastic band head challenge? Monkey sputum.
You deserve this for showing me that guy's ludicrous tan line.
Thank you so much for subbing off Twitch. Thank you so much for subbing off Twitch. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. I really appreciate that. It's like this shit, innit? You know, when people were doing this all the time. Remember this? People were doing the fucking elastic band challenge and it was cutting off the fucking circulation to the head. And everyone was like, you shouldn't do this. Because it'll proper fucking give you brain damage. Oh, God. Krilltacular, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Emmy Faye. Thank you so much. Maybe it wasn't maybe I'm remembering wrong. Maybe it wasn't like a hang on a minute. I'm pretty sure it was a thing. Rubber band challenge. When was this? Like 12 years ago. Do people not remember this shit?
Sir, G, I'm back with my boy Jad. Hey, yo, sir. Today, we're gonna be revisiting the classic
Rubber Band Challenge.
So, the one goal of this challenge is to put this around your face like that, all right? And you gotta roll it all the way down to your neck without using anything but your face, all right?
Okay, so...
Yeah, it was never good. It was never like a good bit or like a funny bit. It was just this. Anyway. Right. Okay. I'm not going to be able to see him. He's fucking crazy. So good. This is why he is the way he is, by the way. This is who this guy is.
Eric Adams is damaged goods.
Whoa. We need to hear this. We need to hear him.
Every day, a new case of corruption in the police department. They believe he's corrupt. Andrew Cuomo is a creep, slapping fannies and killing grannies. Everybody likes Curtis Sliwa. My favorable ratings are the highest in this election cycle. So get me. Eric.
Oh my God. Oh, sorry about that monkey sputum. Yeah. I got links turned off for chatters. Yeah. This shit. Yeah. That shit. That's him with his head. No, I know Fanny means ass. But it is funny. He's talking about he is correct. He is right. Eric Adams is corrupt as hell. And Andrew Cuomo, when he's on about killing grannies, he means that Andrew Cuomo, he was governor, no? Governor of the state of New York. He took funding away from care homes, and literally old people died as a result. And when he's talking about slapping fannies, he's talking about legit sexual assault claims against Andrew Cuomo. It was used in the race. Like, Zoran Mamdani was like, what did he say? Andrew Cuomo was like, Zoran Mamdani doesn't have the experience to be mayor of New York. I'm an experienced guy. And Zoran was like, yeah, I've never ran an office before. I've never done this before. I've also never sexually assaulted people who worked for me. I've never killed grandmas, yada, yada. It's the basic line against... It's the basic line against Cuomo, but it's just so funny that this is like the main Republican opposition for mayor of New York. Could you imagine if this guy was mayor of New York?
Eric Adams is damaged goods. Every day, a new case of corruption in the police department. They believe he's corrupt. Andrew Cuomo is a creep, slapping fannies and killing grannies. Everybody likes Curtis Sliwa. My favorable ratings are the highest in this election.
Do you know what? He looks like he's about to cry. And it's because it's too tight. It's just too tight. Oh, man. Oh, it's so good. It's so incredibly good. All right, we're nearly through all the rot. We're nearly through all of it. So legal mindset. Go back. I'm pretty sure he said queep. He's a queep.
Eric Adams is damaged goods. Every day, a new case of corruption in the police department. They believe he's corrupt. Andrew Cuomo is a creep, slap.
He does kind of say creep. Creep. Krill-tacular with another gifted sub. Thank you so much. You're so generous. Thank you so much for supporting my stream. Honestly, I really appreciate it. We have had so many gift subs from Krill-tacular. Everybody, let's get a round of applause for Krill. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subbing. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Krypton Juice. Enjoy your gift sub. He does look like a Starship Troopers extra. Yeah, I'm doing my part. Yeah. He really is, isn't he? Also, a New Vegas guy as well. He looks like the NCR, the New California Rangers, in it. Looks like one of them. A queep. Andrew Cuomo is a queep. I'd vote for that communist Zoran Mamdani if I could. That's true. And he's not even a fucking communist, is he? He's a fucking democratic socialist or social. I don't know which one he is. Whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, he looks like he's a cutscene from Red Alert. Okay, so people may not know this guy, who he is, but this is a great bit of brain rot for all of us. Yeah, are you ready for this? Legal Mindset is a guy who has been, he's a lawyer, apparently. Yeah. He's a lawyer who has been commenting on the Ethan Klein lawsuits against various different creators, right? We all know about Ethan Klein, Zionist psycho, going absolutely mental and just sending out lawsuit after lawsuit, focusing on racialized women, of course, like Denims and Frogan, and also saying that he was going to sue Sean the Black, and then being like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I didn't even know he was black. Just insane. Just absolutely insane moves. So Legal Mindset has been commenting on all that and saying, like, there's no way that Hassan will be able to win this suit, even though he's not, like, suing Hassan. There's no way that Frogan will be able to win. There's no way that Denims will be able to win. It's all because these streamers have, like, watched Ethan Klein's content. Yeah, he didn't know Sean DeBlack was black. It's just insane. Anyway, of course he knew. And this guy apparently has footage of him talking about the easiest way to get underage sex workers and illicit drugs in Asia. Let's listen and see.
Sex for money in public. In Thailand, it's illegal to have sex for money in public. See, that's the deal. In public. In private, it doesn't matter. So, and the definition of private is the curtain, right? To pull the curtain, it's fine. So just be understanding, if you're a guy who wants to do that, that's available to you down there. Thai women, very much like Western men, very open to it. So yeah, that's Thailand.
It's not that Thailand is a beautiful country. It's about cheap sex and where the demand and the supply meet.
Hey, Devin.
We're talking about thousands of children. We're talking about young children. We're talking about children 12 and under.
Obviously, Thailand, very open in terms of sexuality, sex culture. You can get laid anywhere with some cash, though. Viking gnome, dude. 100% true. 100% true.
Weasel mindset. I finished watching your latest clips vid. Good shit. Thank you very much, Devin. Appreciate that. Don't forget, chat, you could go and support me on my new channel. And you should do that if you haven't already. Please go and support my new video. This guy does so much commentary on the legal shit that's been going on with corporate VTubers that have been happening. Always smell like a clout chaser, commenting on whatever's viral at the moment. Unsurprised he's like this. He's a very right-wing guy. Super conservative. I think he got big doing the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff, and he wasn't, you know, he wasn't in favor of Amber Heard, as most people unfortunately weren't. Yeah. Please go, if you haven't already, to my new channel and give this video a comment. Give it a like. You know what? I'm gonna pin it in the Twitch chat. Yeah, we used to do this. So I say we used to do it. Used to do it last week. New vid, new channel. Go like, comment, and subscribe. There you go. If you haven't already, go do that. Go help boost it in the algorithm. Get me some more viewers, some more subs. Advertise the stream. People will be like, wow, that's what this guy's streams are like. That's fun. Look at the chat engaging with him and him engaging with the chat. Isn't that cool and fun? Whoa, crazy. I can't believe I ever thought Johnny Depp was innocent. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Like, you know. Why was he talking about sex for money? Because he's a creep. He's a creep. Anyway, so speaking of Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo has a brother called Chris Cuomo, who often does content on just like commentary stuff. He's a conservative. He's a neoliberal conservative guy. And basically, Adam Friedland, I don't know much about this Adam Friedland guy, so if he's cringe for whatever reason, fair enough. I don't know too much about him, but I've heard him say some, like, pretty base things, especially about Palestine. He's an anti-Zionist Jew, and this is him responding on this guy's stream or whatever, talking about how Chris Cuomo called him to his face a self-hating Jew.
About your interview.
And Chris Cuomo is not Jewish, by the way. He's Italian. It's crazy to not be Jewish and call someone a self-hating Jew. It's crazy to call someone a self-hating Jew for not supporting Israel, for being an anti-Zionist Jew. And it's even crazier to say that when you're not Jewish yourself. Right? Just mental. 13 days and 10 hours. Hell yeah. Was there... It wasn't Chris Cuomo who went crazy about being called a Fredo, right? about the Italophobia. Was it Chris Cuomo who went crazy about that, or Andrew Cuomo? It wasn't, was it? It was another guy. It was Chris Cuomo. No way. That's funny as hell. I didn't know that was him. Italians are the most depressed group in the world. That's true. That's true. That's true. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, makes sense. I have a friend who's a former Zionist Jew. She became anti-Zionist on her birthright tour in Israel. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive. If you're going on birthright, it's like, it's pretty hard to like not be in the source already. But I guess if you're just like observant and you see the fucking the literal apartheid that's happening, you know, of course you're just gonna see the reality of it, and you're gonna be like, yeah, fuck this shit.
Cuomo. You guys got into it on a couple of things. He called you a self-loathing Jew, which I didn't know is something that Gentiles could throw around.
They won't blame you because you are part of the new self-hating Jew. You're a bad
self-hating
Jew.
What do you mean self-hating Jew?
You are a Jew who is anti-Israel.
That was like before the election for his bro too. So like that's driving me nuts right now.
Why?
Like I was on a show and like Andrew Yang was telling me about what anti-Semitism was. It's just like, it's absurd to me. The annoying thing is like I have like Jewish friends that live here too, and all of our parents won't stop calling us because they think it's like the Warsaw Ghetto in New York.
Because of Zoran, or
because the news tells them that it's like there's mobs of murderers.
Columbia is.
It's New York City. It's like it's a nice place where like they're nice restaurants. No one's killing Jewish people in New York. It's still it's still the Jew. I mean, this is the real Jewish. I mean, like, but in reality, it's like I guess maybe it didn't work as much in the primary because like.
Hey, one who reads, how you doing?
Actually live here, that it is like what they're saying on the news, right? Because we actually live here.
Well, because Cuomo's campaign was that the city is a crime-infested anti-Semitic hellscape. And it's like, go outside.
No one's ever I've never had a fundamentalist Muslim terrorist.
Oh, he's on Chapo. That's where I remember him from.
What do you like? It's just
yeah.
I think it's, if anything, the only people I have problems with in New York, and I'm fine saying this publicly.
Hey, what's up, Oxpecker?
The traffic is terrible. They just stop in the middle of the road. What are you? Have you tried driving through South Williamsburg?
I have not in a while.
It's infuriating.
Do you? Has that been a?
Is that anti-Semitic? I guess I'm being anti-Semitic.
No.
Learn how to learn. Just be like it's rude. It's rude to be just like a gridlock parking in the middle of the road. No, I'm doing a bit.
We hereby apologize to the South Williamsburg Hasids.
I don't.
Has that been a regular problem, a recurring problem, being Jewish and being told that unless you are supportive of the state of Israel, which is obviously a foreign country, that you are anti-Semitic by people who are not Jewish,
Cuomo?
or just anyone in New York? Like, is that something that bothers you and that you hear about a lot?
I think that what I will say is like complaining about a college student protesting us giving $25 billion to a war is just like it kind of the term anti-Semitic loses its meaning. It's not good for Jewish people. Like it's like it's what,
and the Zionist entity knows that, right? It's like if you constantly are like trying to make out that everything that Israel does represents Jews all over the world, and fascists all over the world are emboldened to attack Jewish people just based on the fact that there is an overwhelming amount of criticism towards Israel, and you're going to hide amongst that and use that to be truly anti-Semitic and hate Jewish people, then Jewish people are going to feel even more that, oh my God, what Israel is saying is true. It's so unsafe for us here in the diaspora. We need to move to Israel and fight and kill fucking Palestinians, because that's what Israel wants Jewish people to do. No, you know, and again, you don't even have to be Jewish. You can just fucking go there and do that if you want, if you're white enough, right? They didn't do this for me. Oh, the host of Bad Hasbro brought that up on another podcast he discussed his birthright experience on. They didn't do this for me, but they took his group to the Gaza barrier wall and tried to act all somber about having to do it. I think this is it as well. Like, I think if you're in the IOF or you're a settler and you know the reality of what's going on, you hear everything that people are saying all around you all the time, like Arabs are subhuman, yada, yada, yada. There's a whole bunch of stuff at the moment in the UK, by the way, about James O'Brien. We've watched him on the show a couple of times. We've watched him on the stream a couple of times, I should say. It's a show, it's a stream, whatever. He said that... What was it? What was the thing he said? He said... Oh no, he didn't even say this. This is the crazy thing. He responded to a Jewish person who called up and said, Israel exports its hatred of Arab people all the time by sending Zionist rabbis to schools, shuls, you know, synagogues, and basically being like, yeah, Arabs are not worth anything. You should all hate Arabs. Arabs hate Jewish people. It's just normal. That's just how life is. We have to accept it. And that's part of the process to get Jewish people from all over the world to go and move to Israel and try and do this horrific Zionist ethnic cleansing. And someone reported that, and James O'Brien read this out, and now the board of deputies of British Jews, I think it's called. There are definitely anti-Zionist Jews who were on there, and they were critical of Israel, and they were expelled recently. This is like a thing that happened. I think I covered it on the stream maybe a month or two ago. I think it was just when I started streaming regularly again, this happened. And they, you know, it's like 36 of them. 36 of these, the top level of this organization, they were like, we need to stop glazing Israel because they're making things unsafe for Jewish people everywhere. And, you know, they're painting a really shit picture of Israel. So, you know, not even properly anti-Zionist. You could even say that they're liberal Zionist Jews, and the board of deputies of British Jews were like, nah, get rid of. And this organization has now said James O'Brien needs to be destroyed. They've not said that. James O'Brien needs to be removed from LBC because he did a blood libel, right? And if you know about blood libel is a lie that anti-Semites used to say, and, you know, obviously I'm using anti-Semite in the correct way, that most, you know, anti-Zionist Jews and even Jewish people would say, regardless as to whether they're Zionist or not, I think, which was a lie that anti-Semites used to say back in the day about Jewish people. It's a fucking medieval, ancient slur against Jews. It was that Jewish people poison wells. That's where the term poisoning the well comes from. Poison wells in communities, and then when people's kids are sick, they like steal their children and drink their blood, right? It's just this like insane anti-Semitic thing. And going around and saying, it's crazy because, you know, the Zionist entity does this all the time. Israel does this all the time. It's like, you know, people will say things like, there is a genocide happening in Gaza. They are killing children. There's so many children being killed. And the Zionists will be like, that's blood libel. That's blood libel. And it's like, no, it isn't. It's just a thing that is happening. And now the board of deputies of British Jews have said, oh, James O'Brien reading this tweet from a Jewish person. I'm pretty sure it's from a Jewish person because, you know, it's, unless this person knows a Jewish person really well, like married to, the only reason that I know this is because my family, my step family are Jewish, and You know, they had all this kind of stuff. I've said this story before. I was at my stepbrother's wedding, and the rabbi chose the opportunity, the wedding, to talk about pro-Palestine protests. And he was saying these terrorists in the street are, you know, proving that Jews are just not safe still. And it's like, what the fuck is happening, man? It's so insidious. You know, yeah, you can have a permission for a link. For sure. They forget that libel implies there's no truth to it, like how it wasn't true that Jewish people were stealing the blood of non-Jewish children using it to bake bread. Right, exactly. You can't just be like, this is libel, when it's true. Oh yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, the Rivka Brown thing. Yeah, Rivka Brown, Novara Media. She's a Jewish woman. She says, at my Jewish primary school and Cheder, we were taught that not only that Arab lives were worth less than Jewish ones, but that Palestinians didn't exist. Anyone who denies this is commonplace within Jewish communities is lying. Watch the film Israelism. And I've not watched Israelism, but I think in that it talks about the way in which Israel basically infiltrates Jewish communities all over the world and tries to demand, I mean, to be fair, I say all over the world, pretty much only in white countries. They don't do this with Ugandan Jews because they don't want those Jews in Israel. They don't do this with Ethiopian Jews, Sudanese Jews, you know. Crazy how that's a thing, right? This is why when people say it's a white supremacist state, it is a white supremacist state. Because white Jewish people have the most fucking power in that society. It's just like... Anyway. Yeah, and also she's got some other examples here. A thread from someone who went to Jewish primary school in Canada. You could find 100 more examples from dozens more countries, and I'll keep finding them. It's hard to convey how embedded the erasure and denigration of Palestinians is in Jewish education. This is from Tyler Levitan. Going through boxes from my parents' storage, I stumbled on a school project I did at the Jewish day school I attended for 9 years. It's from either 1999 or 2000 and is very disturbing. A thread about Zionist indoctrination of Jewish children outside Israel. Pics of the project below. The project was called A Project in Honor of the State of Israel. Insane that they are getting, like, kids to do this shit. This is insane, by the way. The drawing was the cover. As you can see, it shows all of historic Palestine as being Israel with a total erasure of the West Bank and Gaza. It's no wonder I never heard the word Palestine until high school. I also didn't know what a Palestinian was. I'd never been taught the word despite the school's focus on the issue. Here's a page from the project about Israel's population. It says 83% of people are Jewish and 17% are not Jewish. Imagine describing any other democracy in such terms. Here's an interesting bit. It's been marked. The flag, the emblem, the state, the anthem, 8 out of 8. Our connections to the land through the geography, government, the army, education. This is weird. Technical marks, neatness, vocabulary level. Absolutely wild. Just mental. It's like marked and shit. I remember arguing with a liberal Zionist who denied the existence of African Jews. Yeah, it's really cool that. It's really cool that they do that. You know? Here's a page glorifying a foreign army at the time, of course, was overseeing a brutal military occupation of the West Bank and Gaza, places that, according to this school, didn't even exist. It also whitewashes the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians and Israel's numerous wars of aggression. Army. Since Israel's Defense Forces creation, the army was called upon war 4 times for the survival of their country, 1948, 1956, 1967, and Yom Kippur War of 1973. All men 18 to 29, all women 18 to 26 are called for service. They are called for 30 months for men and 20 months for women. The women who are pregnant, have disabilities, or married, or mothers don't have to go to war. The IDF includes all 3 branches of modern armed services, the Army, Navy, and Air Force. In addition to fulfilling Israel's defense, the army helps weld the many different elements of the country's population into a unified whole. This was 7 years into the Oslo Accords, which were ostensibly meant to create a Palestinian state. Instead, Israel used these 7 years to expand its colonies in the West Bank. Yep. Jewish schools outside of Israel brainwashed their children into erasing Palestine. Schools have been indoctrinating children into a belief system premised on ethno-supremacy and colonial erasure. They've raised generations of Jews on the propaganda of a foreign apartheid state, now committing genocide. They've normalized dehumanizing and devaluing Arab lives. It was crazy, to be honest. Like, the first time that I ever heard my eldest stepbrother refer to a pro-Palestinian protest as like a terrorist protest, I was like, what are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? He was like, you're going to protest with terrorists. And I was like, no, I'm not. And this was in like 2014. Like this is, you know, it's just crazy. It's completely fucking crazy. Anyway.
Like it's the most normal. I mean, and also I think I said this to Cuomo, but like in the 60s and 70s, they were saying that they're pro VC. Now they're saying they're pro like Hamas. It's like they're acting as if it's unprecedented, and it's like it's not true.
Right.
You know, like yeah, they firebombed university buildings in the 70s.
They took over Columbia. They fully.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like they're acting as if Hamas is sending like 19-year-old kids to be like the sleeper cells. It's just like it makes no sense. It's like yeah, and it also is just it's. I think the way Zoran's been treated probably is it just makes it seem like Jewish people are racist. You know, I'll say it. And I guess some of them are. I don't know.
I do think that
he's just Muslim, right?
He is just Muslim. Yeah,
he's just Muslim.
He's like a Muslim Bronx science kid.
Yeah,
he's from Queens. He could not be more in New York.
He went to like Wesleyan or something, and
Bowdoin.
He went to that one, and then he started rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like a failed rap career. In 1948, they were called the Haganah. Don't care enough to check the spelling. Not the IDF, and don't look too closely at their activities pre-1948, as well as the Nazi connections of the other groups that were folded into the IDF. Oh yeah. We had a look at that on stream as well. Beitar. The Beitar, which was founded in I don't know if it was the Soviet Union at the time. No, it was, because it was after the revolution. I think it was 1928. I think that's when they were founded. And they literally copied the Central European fascist, style, the Nazi salutes, all that kind of stuff. And Beitar Worldwide, or Beitar USA, are actually responsible for having wanted to plan attacks on Muslims in America, in the USA, literally this year. It's crazy how everything they're saying we do, that they use as an example to call us genocidal, is like verbally acknowledging that they're doing a genocide. Yep, half of what we can use to prove it isn't allowed to be shown on these platforms because it violates terms of service. It's footage of them violently genociding people that gets plastered all over Telegram and Twitter. Yeah, I mean, you can go and see it. You can just go and see it. If you go on TikTok, if you scroll for a bit, I guarantee you will find a Palestinian person who is starving, and he will be, or she will be saying, please, please, please help me, I'm fucking starving. And you can see in their face, they have no fucking nourishment left. You know, you can see, there are images of, even in the Daily Express, huge front page. Daily Express is a right-wing rag in the UK, by the way. Huge front page spread, either today or yesterday, I can't remember. I think it might have been today, with a picture of a starving Palestinian child on it. And it says, for pity's sake, stop this now. This is a right-wing newspaper in the UK. It's crazy.
It's like more hilarious than Sarah Lawrence.
He's not Osama bin Laden.
No.
It's like
not yet. Wait till he's mayor.
He's being treated that way, and it's terrible to see that.
And it does strike me like, if you start trying to cast any criticism of a foreign country doing bad things as anti-Semitic, you're going to encourage anti-Semitism more than you're going to tamp it down.
The only times I've ever experienced anti-Semitism is on the internet. People say things to me, and it's never from Muslim people. It's from people on the other side. It's like, yeah, it's just like, I mean, also just like, I've been in public for, and on the internet long enough that it's just like,
You've gotten in trouble before.
Well, I got in trouble about the anti-Semitism thing.
What anti-Semitism?
I got in trouble with Chelsea Clinton once.
But another Gentile who has accused you of anti-Semitism.
She didn't. Well, it was because Ilhan Omar criticized AIPAC, right? Which is like a lobbying organization, right?
By the way, a while ago, and my mom is not converted, by the way. So, she's not Jewish. So she's a Gentile. And my mum, you know, she's lived with a Zionist for a long time, a Zionist family. And I remember roughly about maybe 2017 or something, I showed her a clip of Chapo Trap House talking about Israel, right? And she was like, oh my God, they're being anti-Semitic. And I was like, no, they're not. It might have even been Adam Friedland, I don't know. But he was, my mum, she's not Jewish, and she was like, they're being anti-Semitic. And I'm like, oh my God, no, they're not. They're just criticizing Israel. Mental.
She said it's all about the Benjamins, and they said that is an age-old trope.
Right, a trope.
And so, and everyone was like piling on her, and so I made a mean joke about, because Chelsea Clinton was like lecturing, AOC was even joining in on it, right? It's all about the Benjamins. Is that like, it's not like the Nuremberg protocols. It's talking about how a lobbying organization uses money to, it's like the oil industry. It's like any other, and sorry, I'm getting pissed off. This is like 9 years ago too.
No, but around that time, we did get very, very sensitive about that. It's like the 2020 hysteria around speech. There were a lot of things that you could not say, and people got very
yeah. Anyway, so
about
I did a joke, and then Chelsea Clinton quote tweeted me, and then she's like, I'm a Jewish comedian, so we do self-deprecating humor. So I said Chelsea, I should have.
We can put the tweet up.
Dad,
pretty big.
Dad, I'm sorry about. I apologized multiple times. He's like, why would you talk that way? I said she's not even Jewish. She's just ugly. Which I'm calling ourselves. I'm ugly because I'm. Anyway, it was a mean thing.
Right.
Okay, but it was just a stupid tweet, and then she quote tweeted it, and then my avatar is Chris Bosch, and then so like people were like saying like, you know, like, she's not ugly, like, you're ugly, like, look how ugly you are. And it was pictures
were dunking on Chris Bosch.
Yeah, Chris Bosch got in trouble. Geraldo was like, he was like, you
Geraldo Rivera?
Yeah, he got mad at me. He was like, you fucking asshole, Adam, you're a schmuck. And like, I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Chris Chat, is this just something wrong with Chatterino, or is it like, is regular Twitch chat like reconnecting to chat a lot today? Because, can you see that on my screen here? Twitch servers requested to reconnected, join channel. Maybe it needs an update, I don't know. It's happening in regular Twitch chat as well? That's crazy, okay.
Notes app apology.
Chris Bosch.
Oh, it's working fine on your end.
Watching,
it's not been like reconnecting to chat or anything. It's happened like 4 times.
Okay.
One, two, no, it's happened 3 times.
Does getting in trouble matter anymore? Because there was a time where people, it would really affect people.
Yeah, it's all good on your end? Okay.
Still, right? But like,
you got a random welcome to chat. Right, okay, yeah. So it is happening for some people.
I don't think you can anymore.
Yeah, but I think that there is like, the internet is just people like, just trying to destroy one another, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, but that kind of thing happens, then I realized it was like, it's just fake. Like it's just Twitter.
What was that Tyler the Creator tweet that was like,
just
how is cyberbullying real? Just turn off the computer.
Yeah, just like, I mean, like, I don't know. Yeah, I just have too much work to do.
Oh, so are you offline?
I look at like stuff now, but Twitter's scary.
Twitter post, it's gotten a little bit better, but there was a time where it was just, for me, it was just...
God, Tyler the Creator got a lot of shit for that, didn't he? And like having gone offline for like a long period of time, I do understand why you would think that. But for some people, being online is all they got, right? Some people are disabled, you know... It's an extremely offline thing to say, right? You can be too offline. That is a fact, chat, for real. So offline, you don't absorb any information. No news comes your way. You only see what the state delivers in the papers. I heard about. I was talking about this on Red Planet as well. People who get dumb phones. So like just a regular phone that's not an iPhone or a Google, Android, whatever. And it kind of feels like super attractive, but it also feels like a super privileged thing to be able to do, right? Like to be able to turn off everything. Like you don't have to look at anything. No news, no updates, nothing about Palestine, nothing about trans rights, nothing about disabled people's rights, you know? It was back when millennials were young adults and we were teenagers. It's nice that you think I was a young adult. I mean, I kind of was. 25 is like a young adult 10 years ago, right?
Like,
kind of.
Videos of migrants.
And then murder.
Migrant murder for me was
you
a
can
while.
see people getting killed.
Yeah.
And then just
Straight Nazi.
going in. Just like hardcore, unedited pornography.
All right. There you go. Bit of brain rot there for you. We're gonna expand the brain rot. Quarter life crisis year. Yeah, it really was. It really was a quarter life crisis. Are we? No, that's that one. So we were like halfway through this one yesterday. So we're gonna resume this one. We're gonna resume the landlord brain rot with this one. Where were we up to? We were laughing at that guy for his like offices being served notices and shit like that. I'm looking good for my age. Thank you very much, Morrigan. Do think so myself. Looked into that for myself. I quickly realized I could do no organizing or staying in touch with people. Yeah, it's kind of crap that like a lot of organizing nowadays is just like done with WhatsApp and shit like that. Don't believe in the concepts of a sane 25-year-old. Yeah, it's just impossible, right? It's impossible. We all have a degree of trauma, right? Unless you're fucking insanely rich and you've been sheltered your entire life. Right, chat, listen, I'm just gonna real quick go to the bathroom. Make sure to stretch your legs, take a break from the screen, take your meds if you need to, all that kind of business. Get a drink, get a snack. You know, we've been streaming for about 2 hours. I look great for a 60-year-old. It's just a shame I'm only 46. I know what you're saying. I genuinely feel like a 50-year-old most days. Chat, make sure you do all that. And also consider supporting the stream. We've had a lot of support today, so honestly, like, if I get no more donos today, no more subs or anything like that, genuinely would not be bothered. I think it's been a great week. We've had a lot of, really, really generous people do a lot of donos. Johnny, Krill, so many people sub in. Honestly, sorry if I've forgotten you, but I've already thanked you. I've definitely thanked people as it's happened. So, don't worry if you can't. Tejan! Oh my god! Tejan's in the chat! Fuck that, have a Prime. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. It didn't register for some reason. I don't know why. I think Twitch is fucking up a little bit. Will that work? Will that work? Okay. He might be doing it as we speak. There we go. Tejan! Why doesn't it do the text-to-speech for subs? I should turn on text-to-speech for subs. He said, fuck that, have a Prime. There we go, that's better. Thank you so much for subbing. Thank you so much for the 30 months, dude. And it's great to see you in the chat as well. I'm back, I'm streaming again. Look at this, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. How are you doing, mate? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, please consider supporting. Also, again, go to the link at the top of the chat, the pinned link at the top of the chat. Electric Kitty as well. Hi, how are you doing? What's going on? Good to see you. Everybody go follow Kitty. She's a great streamer as well. As we're saying, go click on the link at the top of the chat in the pinned message. It's my new video. It just came out today on a new channel, Twitch Clips channel, Stream Highlights channel. Go subscribe to that if you haven't already. Leave a comment and a like on the video. Help boost it in the algorithm. It'll grow the stream. It'll grow the channel. Been catching up with the YouTube stuff this evening and spotted you were on. Look, chat, it works! It works! It works! Even though Tejan is, a regular. A regular from back in the day. But it reminded him that I'm a streamer and he came and joined the chat. So there you go. That's how it works, innit? Anyway, please consider supporting me in any way that is possible. Go check out my socials. Go check out my YouTube. Check out my Patreon. I got loads and loads of bonus content on the Patreon. I dropped a review of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, this Monday. I've also done a bit of writing on there that you can check out if you're into depressing writing about the state of things. And also you will get some updates on my upcoming new video, which is very close to being done. So yeah, but I'm gonna be right back real quick. Look after yourself. We should absolutely have cat cam on, by the way. That should absolutely be a thing. Hang on. You know what to do, buddy. That's right. There he is. There he is. You be patient. You're a very good boy, aren't you? You're my baby boy. You're my baby boy. Yes. Let me move that. He's like, where's me fucking biscuit, pal? Where's me fucking biscuit? Let me get the camera right. It's Melpert. Melpert moment. Melpert moments. Oh yeah. Are you a very good boy? He's like, nah, just give me the bicky, bro. Did you drop it? He did not drop it. Yes, that's right. He's got very alert whiskers. Haven't you? It's good to get it all, isn't it? Have you got some... Oh, he's got bike oil on his ear. He just like loves to rub himself on my fucking bike. Like on the bike chain. I'm like, why are you doing this? I mean, yeah, his legal name is Tom, but we all know that legal names mean nothing to cats. And Melpert is just funny, isn't it? It's just a funny name. It's got a good scritches texture, I know. Mental. Absolutely mental. You're a good boy, aren't you? You can have another one if you're good. If you stay there. So that the chat can see you. Zoop. There he is. It's perfect, isn't it? He's just right there. He yearns for the cycle lanes. Yeah, he really does. Alright, chat. Are you all ready for the landlord brain rot? We have indeed... the sub off Twitch is the tip link. I should change it to tip, shouldn't I? Because we're not really doing sub off Twitch so orthodox anymore. We've gone a little unorthodox with it, haven't we? Shall I change the command to tip? I'll do it tomorrow. I'm not messing with anything now. It could fuck it all up. Right, chat. If you weren't here yesterday, we were looking at this. It's landlord brain rot. Could do both, couldn't I? Yeah, could do both. Yeah, that's a really good point, PBP. I can do that now. I can literally do that now. We were watching this yesterday. This is basically a show called Nightmare Tenant Slum Landlord. And there has not been one anti-landlord bit in this entire show so far. So we are providing the anti-landlord content. Okay? And, yeah, we're getting mad at it together. This is probably going to be the, oh, yes. Love it when he does his slow blink at me. It's really cute. Yo, Elron Hunwood, yeah, you're you're back literally just in time for where we left off last night. All right. Listen, though, chat, when we get through this, we are going to watch the new Atrocity Guide. Yeah? It's Streamer Friday. We've got another... Where are we up to? We got another hour and a half of the stream left. He does love me, yeah. He loves me quite a lot. What he does... And this always happens when I'm not streaming, by the way. It's absolute fact. This is absolutely true. What he does is he will lie there and he will... I mean, you've seen him do it, right? He, like, does the thing where he lies like that. And every now and then, he'll just do this little baby, like, meow. And that just means, gives a stroke, please. And it's like it's just the cutest thing ever. I really love him a lot. I love him so much. It's crazy that you can just love a cat more and more every day. He's got his little hands over the side. You know? Signed up for yourparty.co.uk? Hell yeah, let's go. I was trying to sign up before, but it wouldn't take my money. I don't know why. Warmed up to semi-narked by having a battle of wits with a hospital security guard earlier. A bit unfair, but I can't wait for him to grow a brain. Fucking hell. Hospital security guard. Oh, sorry to hear it. Sounds bad. Right.
Early, claiming it was unsafe. But Paul believes...
So basically, what happened with this guy last night... This guy's name is Paul Ainsworth Lord. Yeah, so already you know he's got a hyphenated name. And the hyphenated name is Ainsworth Lord. So you already know that this is going to be the worst thing ever. You just know he's going to be the worst guy of all time. And what we've seen is he went to a property that he is managing. It's not even his property. He's not a landlord. He's a letting agent, which makes it even worse that he's such a job's worth. And he got called there. There was an emergency call because the place had flooded. And they were saying the electrics have gone. And basically the electrics had just tripped. So he turned the electrics back on. But it looks like it was just the lights. And they were also saying that the flat is unsafe, that the house is unsafe. And he was just arguing with them. Instead of saying, like, how is it unsafe? Show me. Yada, yada. He was just arguing with them. £1,000 in arrears because the property is uninhabitable. They left the gaff because they weren't repairing it. He went into the gaff, right? Do you remember last night? It's in this same fucking video. He went into the gaff last night. He's like, oh, we've had an emergency call. There's been a leak in the electrics. It's all fucked and whatever. So he went in and he acted like flipping that switch on the circuit breaker was the end to all the problems. And they had that like silly like pizzicato, you know, do music when he flicked it to be like, oh, look at these silly tenants. Didn't they know that you could just change the circuit breaker? But they were saying in the background, they were like, no, that's not the only problem. Like, there's still like, there's a flood downstairs, and they just like cut all that shit out, and they didn't sort any of it out. Light circuits rarely trip. There's usually something drastic for him to go. Yeah, like something would have had to have touched the sockets or something. It's just wild. It's just absolutely wild. Yeah.
Not you.
Why are Brits so obsessed with carpets anyways? It's not Brits, it's just fucking landlords.
We can have a debate on that because this is health and safety.
There's nothing wrong with the electrics.
He's right, it's health and safety, and he can say as much as he likes there's nothing wrong with the electric. To do here, which is admirable, to be honest, is he's trying to do what we would do with our members. A lot of the times, our members would be so stressed, they would be in debt. You know, I've had multiple times where I would go and represent our member and advocate for them with a letting agent or a landlord because they are like so embarrassed. And I've literally had members say to me like, you're going to have to do the talking, man, because I cannot speak to this guy. I'm going to say something I regret. I'm going to say something that's going to get me in trouble, because that is the position that landlords put tenants in. And so when we're seeing in this program tenants losing their cool, shouting, being rude, all this kind of stuff, that is the fault of the landlord. When you oppress someone so much and they respond in a fashion that is like, you know, it gives you a bit of a wobble and you're scared, like, what can you expect? What can you expect? Right? I love being a landlord. Yeah. I doubt you're a fucking landlord. Creating your fucking account like literally the fucking 10th of this month. Sure, dude. Yeah, you're definitely not a troll. You're definitely a normal landlord. You've got so many properties. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're really definitely a landlord. Megalodon 888. Yeah, 100%, dude. Definitely believe it. This woman was saying that she had a spinal injury and the place was... Oh my God, what the fuck? The water... Let's read this because he's not going to read all of this at all. The water is partially turned off, so pipes won't freeze. So pipes won't freeze. Oh, that's what she was saying to him. As your unsafe boiler has been condemned, so don't turn it on. The leak in the back porch roof was caused by the drains being blocked and backing up. Gross. In the bath sink and the toilet. I've paid for numerous plumbers to fix this numerous times. Your lead pipes need to be replaced, as does your roof. It's rotten. Again, paid for tiles to be replaced to stop leaks. And what is that? Birds in the attic. Half your plugs have never worked and are still hanging loose, as you're well aware. Wheelie bin. Leave near the road on Wednesday tea time. Bags left for you to recycle. Magazines save the planet. Stuff in the attic, not mine. Previous tenants. Cupboard is also the previous tenants. They keep calling back for it occasionally. See you in court. RE spinal injury, falling off decking that you had never made safe. So again, remember, those of you that were in the stream last night, this landlord said, "Oh, I just gave her the key and let her have the house the same day, and I regret doing that." And we said, yeah, no, there's probably no electrical or, energy rating card. There's probably no, energy rating certificate. There's probably no gas safety certificate. Probably didn't give her a right to rent book. Also, the tenancy agreement is not there. So, any kind of thing that is outside legislation just will not, he won't have any right over that, right? Because normally the stuff that is covered in civil court is in the tenancy agreement, right? So if a landlord has something insane in the tenancy agreement, like you have to deal with all the repairs to the gaff. You can only be liable for that in a civil court, and it probably won't go the landlord's way because it's just an insane thing to demand of a tenant, right? So, anyway, all of this stuff, yeah, absolutely. If there was like decking that was like gross and moldy and he wasn't coming around to clean it and shit like that, and he didn't, you know, give her any of the stuff that he should have done at the start of the tenancy, it's likely that he's not done gas safety certificates. And, you know, this show is called Nightmare Tenants, Slum Landlords. The guy wearing the suit that he does, wearing the coat that he does, he's got all these council properties, ex-council properties. It's obviously, you know, it's obviously going to be a situation that he is a slum landlord. He's going to have a bunch of slums that he forces people to live in 5 weeks or something. And she was probably feeling like she was a bit under pressure as well. Generally speaking, I don't know exactly when this particular episode was made, but I know that this was a show that ran in 2015 up until the 2020s, right? And it's been this way in the UK for a long time about how hard it is to actually find another property to live in. It can be really difficult in a lot of cases, right? When you're going to make me mod, hey, listen, that's a jurisdiction that's outside of my stream.
Very exciting.
So she was probably being quite positive about when she would be able to move out. She was probably being quite optimistic. This is only one step removed from that fictional Ferengi TV show from Lower Decks about cop landlords. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, all that stuff is inspired by, you know, by, like, reality. And there are so many shows like this, right? The boy's being really cute today. Yeah, he is. Are you a little man? Yeah. Are you being very cute for the chat? Yeah, he's a very sweet boy. He's very, very sweet. So, wow. It's just a normal human guy with an alcohol problem. And now this guy is gonna fucking degrade him and dehumanize him. And be like, oh no, it'll make you groggy in the morning. It's a shame that you were drinking, bro. Shame that you got a drinking problem. Oh, now you're also homeless. Instead of living in a property that we think is dangerous for you, now you're going to be homeless and on the street. He's gloating in this guy's face. Yeah, on TV no less. It is sick. Yeah, he turned up to court and had the time wrong. And by the way, they're trying to make out that these guys are squatters, right? They're trying to make out that these guys are squatters, but they went to a county court, and I just don't believe a single bit of this at all. I feel like this guy might just be like a regular tenant.
What is it?
Well, what it's saying is you've got to give up possession straight away.
Oh, actually, no, it does look like a squat. No, sorry, I've looked at the background. It does kind of look like a squat.
Leave the property straight away.
When?
Forthwith.
Oh, so he's lying to him now because he said to us, the audience, they've got 20. Yeah, again, I mean, like, you know, if this kind of shit is going to happen, society needs to understand that, broadly speaking, bridging from live in to live out, holy shit. Well, I would never advise anyone to do this shit, you know, because it would be illegal and wrong. And also probably dangerous. So I'm not going to advise anyone to do that. But if people are doing this stuff, yeah, doesn't it make sense? Like, our fucking energy bills, like how fucking expensive they are. Like, of course people would want to fucking change their meter readings. Of course they would. It just makes sense. Like, society needs to understand that if people are doing stuff like this, it's not because they're evil and wrong and bad. It's because we have a fucking privatized energy system service that is just pricing us out of the fucking arse. Most people are in debt, especially at this fucking time in fucking history, you know, during fucking Rona, the lockdowns and that. Do you know a friend that bought a spare gas meter, was careful about not scratching it up for the 9 months he had fitted it in place of the private parasites one? Oh my god.
And who lives on the floor.
Over there in the UK. Oh yeah. I mean, it's not an energy crisis, so to speak. It's an energy price crisis. Like, the fucking government is like, right, we're gonna undo the cap on the fucking energy bills, and like last year my energy bills went up fucking 200 quid or some shit. Yeah, it's a greed crisis. It was just insane. And then this year they're like, oh, your energy bills are going down again. And it's like, so now I'm paying fucking even more than I would have been paying before the price increase, before they put the energy cap higher. I can't remember if they reduced the energy cap. I can't even remember if that's a thing that happened, but I've still been paying the same fucking amount every month regardless, right? And then I had an email from my energy company like last week. I'm with Octopus. They're supposed to be like the cheapest one. A few years ago, we were on 60 quid a month combined gas and electric. Now it's 180 a month. Yeah, same. I mean, I'm not on gas. I'm on electric only. So it was always a bit more expensive. But I would pay maximum in winter, right? And I have storage heaters, so like proper bad shit. Energy efficiency, and it would cost at the max £90 in winter, right? That was me a few years ago, and now I'm the same as you, 180 a month. Well, it was 200 last year, and then it went, and now it's gone down to 90 again. But that's still more because I'm in the middle of fucking summer. I'm not. Do you know what I mean? The most energy that I'm using is like the lights on here and the fucking PC. It's just crazy. Like, I literally barely watch TV at night as well after the stream. I will fucking like... Well, I will do a bit of gaming, that's true. But mostly, I'll read. Data centers need more LNG, so Gran's gotta freeze and die. King Kid Starver said so. Yeah, it's fuck. Look at this fucking landlord special. Look at this landlord special. They've just let themselves in to a single mum's gaff who's got 3 kids. The kids could be fucking naked. This is insane, man. These kids are a pain in the ass. They're using all my devices. Got to watch on my work laptop while I make their dinner and wash the damn dishes. They both need a bath tonight. Yeah, being a single parent is not a joke. And they cost all my money. Right, exactly. My landlord knows he's not allowed to come in my flat without me being there. I've told him that if any of his lackeys try it, 50 grand will be reported stolen. I mean, they shouldn't be doing that anyway. They can't fucking do that. They have to be there when you're there with 24 hours notice at a time that suits you. That's the law in the UK.
You need to do and just go then.
Is that okay, yeah?
Yeah.
Look at the state of this fucking landlord special job here. So, for a start, they've got this old ass... This is in 2020. I mean, fuck, I've been in some of our members' gaffs before where it is like, yeah, obviously, you know, they've still got all this old, like, 90s fucking textured wallpaper on it and shit. This is literally from, like, the 90s and the 80s and stuff. And all they've done is paint over it with fucking lavender or some shit.
Right,
yeah, this is 2020. Is that what it's called? Artex, yeah. Do you remember that stuff? Yeah, why the fuck are they in anyone's house at all? It's not black and white. Housing and people are not black and white. There is a range and a spectrum of kinds of people and lives that people live, and ways that they try and get by in the world. And overall, the only thing that is black and white is the fact that you are controlling and exploiting that person, and you are extracting wealth from that person, from the work that she does. In this case, it's her reproductive labor, and it's not paid, the reproductive labor. It's just that she gets universal credit because she's a single mum that's looking after, 3 kids. He's going to let himself in and kill that parrot. Yeah, he probably is, isn't he? No, you're absolutely right. I know it's total horseshit. Listen, I was the chair of the tenants union in my city. I know the rent they're getting from any individual tenant, they could just increase their allowance for doubtful accounts by 1% and the rest it's still increasing value, right? Housing allowance doesn't cover anything these days. Most folks are topping it up from other benefits. Yep. We had that in the union all the time. What fucking difference does that make? What are you on about?
Her guarantor is gradually paying off the arrears.
It doesn't make a fucking difference. She still can't afford the rent. What does that mean? Now you just pay the landlord directly instead of the letting agent? I don't understand. What do you mean? That's the same shot they used at the start of the show when they were doing thingy. Yeah, what other fucking shows does this evil production company? They're called like Element 18 or something. World's toughest maximum security prisons, biggest. Oh my god. Did they do an episode on fucking CCOT? The universal credit doesn't get paid to her, it goes straight to the landlord. Right, I see. So it's even worse, right? It's even worse. Yeah. The UC pays the rent to the tenant, 2 months arrears, the landlord can get it paid directly to them. Yeah, so it's not, that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't even make a fucking difference. I was thinking that she was already in that situation, but obviously they've done that to just be like, make sure you're not spending any of your rent money that's supposed to be on rent on your kids, on letting your kids survive. I swear to God, man. They premised that as it was like a nice thing to do, but they're only doing that for the landlords who are watching. Just insane. She will have been cutting into a housing element to get by. Most people do, right? Most people do. They presented him taking away her financial agency as a beneficial act. Yeah, a benevolent act. Sorry, yeah. Beneficent is, yeah, definitely a better word. I should have just read your chat message. Yeah, Element 18. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Element 88, right? Might as well be. Fucking fascist. Oh my god. Look at these fucking comments as well. A landlord that allows a tenant to live rent-free for 6 years is a fool. No excuse for that. Paul needs to have a bodyguard on call all the times when he feels unsafe. He's such a nice man. Very diplomatic and no ego and very realistic. Spinal injury but raced to the door and then slammed it. That just like didn't happen though, did it? There should be a crappy tenant database so landlords know who to avoid. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? That's good, isn't it? And then no one can rent. No one can rent anywhere ever. Just like insane. Look at this fucking classism in the fucking comments here. Dad's playing barrister on a universal credit qualification. I swear to God, man. These people are fucking evil. Fucking evil, class-traitor piece of shit. Bastards. Shit swimming leeches. For real. Right, we're not watching any more landlord content tonight, so don't worry, chat. It's all good. I'm going to run to the toilet. I've been live for nearly 4 hours. Please consider supporting your boy. If you have felt the catharsis with us, amongst us, as we have endured the landlord brain rot, please consider either subbing off Twitch, subscribing on Twitch. You can either give me a dono or subscribe, or if you can't do either of those, don't worry, head over to my socials, support me on my other social media. You can also check out my YouTube channel, both my YouTube channels, my main one and my Stream Clips channel. Head over to any of those, like a video, subscribe, comment, etc, etc. Go to the video at the top of the Twitch chat. I will be back. I'm just going to go for a wee. Look after yourself and all that kind of business. Ow! Yo. You know what's crazy? I've handled rent stuff for companies and you would be shocked at the generosity and grace showed to them. As in, I've been an admin drone writing the checks that my boss tells me to write. Yep. Yeah, of course. Of course people who the landlords think they have the same class interests as, i.e. CEOs and stuff, get a better shake from the landlord. Of course they do. L1 Hubbard says, when we evicted our scumbag subletting parasite landlord, I managed to stop the standing order in time and stiff the prick on the last month. He had the cheek to come around and try and talk to me about it. Mad bastard. I went with fuck off, you're trespassing, rather than violence. It was funnier. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Universal credit sucks ass. Yeah, tell me. Tell me about it. I'll just forego the rent for over a year. Yeah. Hey, listen, chat. We have made it. Well done, everybody. We have made it through the difficult part of the stream, which is where we look at the news, the horrible reality of stuff, and of course, Brainrot. We are now going to check out something interesting, and it could be fun and exciting. This is the new Atrocity Guide video. If you don't know about Atrocity Guide, it's a YouTube channel that I've enjoyed a couple of times. It's got some really good videos on there. I think we watched some of them on stream before, and we will be checking out the new video today. It came out yesterday, I believe. No, 3 days ago. This is about a guy called Jack Parsons, Master of the Temple. I've never heard of this guy. I am so ready to learn about a weird guy. This video is 2 hours, so we might not finish it today. I'm going to go for a little later than I normally would, so I understand if people have to drop off, etc., etc., but we'll react to this for at least an hour, yeah? At least an hour. I know, I remember you saying, Naptaker, it's fucking fucked.
These photographs taken in June of 1952 show Californian police officers surveying the wreckage of a home explosion.
I'm just going to grab some water.
The mystery blast, as the newspapers called it, was so violent that its shockwave shattered the windows of nearby houses. The origin of the explosion was traced to the home's laundry room, where an investigation uncovered chemicals that were so unstable that some had to be shielded from the camera flash before a photo could be taken. But the exact point of detonation was found to be an old coffee can, containing a powder called fulminate of mercury, a substance of such volatility that it needed only drop a few feet to the ground before igniting, which in turn ignited the many chemicals around it. The explosion...
I don't know, Naptaker, we're going to learn.
One person.
We're going to figure it out.
37-year-old Jack Whiteside Parsons, who is believed to have been the one who dropped the coffee can.
Who is Jack Parsons? Parsons was one of the rocketeers attached to Caltech in the 1930s and 40s. He was a brilliant chemist.
Yeah, she gets asked about this all the time. Soka. Yeah, it is a real person, yeah.
Jack was known in the rocket science community as an explosive specialist. He was described as possessing a knowledge of combustible chemicals, learned through bold and dangerous experimentation.
He basically was the fuels person that worked with a team of mostly graduate students at that point.
Throughout his career, Jack reconstructed a car bomb for prosecutors in an attempted murder trial, based on nothing but blown fragments of the original. And with little more than a high school degree, Jack solved problems in chemistry that led to some of the most important developments in jet propulsion.
How can you have a guy?
How is this a real voice? It's what's right. It's what's called professional voice acting. And the reason that people get confused nowadays with AI is because they will train AI voice models on professional voice actors, right? And so it is difficult to distinguish, like really difficult to distinguish. So I can understand why people think it's AI. I thought it was AI when I first heard about it, but she's been making videos for like 4 years, way before like AI that's difficult to distinguish was like as good as this. Not really as good as this. You could still tell, but
who knows the dangers of the materials with which he works. Drop it.
But as tragic as the irony of his death was, the case was closed only days after the accident.
And you can tell it's like, if you like listen to like the cadence in her voice, as tragic as the irony of his death was, you know?
His death was, the case was closed only days after the accident, with Jack named both victim and culprit. But as Pasadena police were sifting through the wreckage, they found something that forever changed how Jack Parsons would be remembered. Inside his home, unharmed by the explosion, was a handcrafted wooden box. The symbols attached to the outside were unrecognizable to all but a select few, and the interwoven text was written in a centuries-old language said to be ancient celestial speech. Inside the box,
hell yeah, L. Ron Hubbard. Sounds fucking good.
Writings, with each page containing a clue as to who Jack really was and who he believed himself to be.
Let us know if you need any support from the community.
Life of one of America's first rocket scientists is
and Naptaker, feel free to, you know, drop your Ko-fi or whatever in the Discord, by the way, if you're struggling for fucking food.
You understand today.
I'm sure some people can chuck you at least a $5.
But even fewer understood at the time of his death. But insights are found in exploring the beliefs and practices he dedicated himself to, in examining the private correspondence of his inner circle, who formed this secret
the DWP are psychos, bastards.
And in Jack's own writing as he documented his ascent through their spiritual system. This is the story of Jack Parsons, or as he was called by some, Frater Balerion.
What the fuck? Frater Balerion? No, stick it in the Discord, Naptaker. Yeah, don't feel ashamed at all. Of course I'm sure. Don't feel bad for asking for money. You need to survive. What are you talking about?
In the days that followed Jack's accident, word of his death began to trickle through a fringe religious community.
That's right, PvP.
That American media referred to as the Purple Cult. Its name
I think it is Golden Dawn cult shit, yeah.
Coffin-shaped altars and rituals performed by costumed citizens of Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, this video is going to be a ride.
The community itself preferred the name Thelemites, meaning adherents to the religion of Thelema, a word derived from the classical Greek for divine will. It was a belief system that had only been around for approximately 40 years, with its membership numbered in the dozens. It includes traditions such as specific prayers before meals, funeral customs, holidays celebrated to commemorate important dates, and a central holy book to which all believers adhere. While Los Angeles had been its nucleus for much of the 1930s, 40s, and 50s,
put it in the
spread across the world,
vent and support channel, Naptaker,
and communicating with one another by mail.
Had to tune out for a while, but we're back.
Among the
Good to have you
first to break
back.
the news of Jack's death was a Thelemite named Jane Wolfe,
Are you both okay?
an actress living in Los Angeles who'd appeared in over 90 films throughout Hollywood's silent era. Jack was killed yesterday while experimenting with chemicals, Jane wrote. I will keep you informed if there is any...
Lydia is with you, watching me?
The letter's recipient was Carl Germer, a Holocaust survivor living in New York.
Hi, Lydia.
Thelemite for nearly 30 years. I am deeply sorry, was his response. I had pinned great hopes on Jack, but I must confess I remained skeptical about his attainment.
Okay, so... to another of my real life friends that is now watching the stream with my partner and her brother. Welcome to my stream where what we do is we watch videos and I react to them. I'm sure you're going to love this content, Lydia. Right up your street. Right up every normal person's street.
Of his having crossed the abyss. Jack's tenure as a Thelemite is best described as complicated, with his approach to thelemic practices leaving many of his peers puzzled.
This is basically a video about a guy that was in a cult. And this is my cat.
Become the religion's new prophet, chosen to bring mankind under the law of Thelema. In his personal writings, Jack described his childhood as isolated. He grew up in the suburbs of Pasadena, California, estranged from his military father.
It's cult adjacent.
When writing of his relationship with his mother, he repeatedly used the phrase Oedipus complex.
Oh, that's normal.
But Jack found comfort in what was, at the time, little more than a backyard hobby.
No, don't go!
The act of setting off projectiles with gunpowder and watching them slice through the sky. Would you mind introducing yourself?
Sure, I'm Roger Wanius. I'm a historian. I spent a career working.
He's not coming back even for a treat.
Air Force, a fair amount of it for NASA as the chief historian, and then the Smithsonian Institution's National Air and Space Museum.
Can you describe?
Lydia thinks it's Dr. Muel, not Donald. She's right. She's right.
The state of the field of rocket science prior to the 1940s?
Well, sure.
His planet needs him, yeah.
Is being pursued literally around the world.
I can't escape incest. Twitch chat will just say anything. Tejan says, God damn, I can't escape incest today. Right, listen, Han and Lydia, I don't know if you saw this. I gotta scroll back through so much chat to try and find this. Wait, no, I could just... Oh, here it is. Right, listen, this is what you missed before when you had to go. I don't know if you've ever heard of Curtis Sliwa, right? He's the... Alright, sorry, Gabori, thanks for hanging out. Curtis Sliwa is the Republican candidate for the mayorship of New York, yeah? Wait, how do I get like a theater mode? There you go. And he always wears... Wait, I've got to find like a proper picture of him. So Curtis Sliwa... this is what he looks like. He's always worn this hat, right? He wears this hat because he's like a fucking weirdo LARPer. He thinks he's in New Vegas. He started like a thing called like the Guardian Angels in New York, which was a response to reactionary fears about, you know, crime that conservatives are obviously saying things like, oh, yeah, you know, this is all just like racialized people who are doing all this crime in New York. So him and his racist mates made this fucking gang who, you know, were going around New York and basically harassing black people, harassing fucking, you know, just like marginalized people, homeless people and shit. He's just like a nasty, horrible piece of shit thug, basically. I think it was a Black Panthers reaction thing, but like later on, because this was in like the 80s. It wasn't in like the 60s or whatever. But anyway, so he always wears this hat, and earlier today, one of my chatters said, have you ever seen him without the hat? And this is what he looks like. This is just sweating. I'd never seen this before. And I was like crying, laughing. Oh my god. It looks like a fucking freshly circumcised dick. He looks like a fucking Billy Bear ham. He looks like he's had a plaster on his head for too long. He like smells like a ring when you take it off your finger when you've been in the bath. It's just so good. Oh god. Oh yeah, that was it was one of the best moments I've ever had on stream. Easily. One of the funniest moments. Anyway, you had to be there.
Who are engaged in experimentation. Some of that experimentation is very simply amateur rocketeers who are out sort of, you know,
it was really good, wasn't it?
Evenings and weekends, and then they go out and launch.
Screw top head.
Those are not necessarily very large. They don't necessarily fly very high, but this is a worldwide phenomenon.
Jack's passion for amateur rocketry would only deepen into early adulthood, and in 1935, he and childhood friend Ed Foreman found themselves searching for fellow enthusiasts in their hometown at the California Institute of Technology.
It's really good. It's really good.
Foreman were enrolled at Caltech.
It's really
their exuberance and hands-on experience.
I couldn't breathe before. It was so funny.
PhD candidate named Frank.
Like his head's wet. Like wait. Bringing it back. Curtis Sliwa, no hat. Look, his hair's wet. It's wet. It's so wet. He's looking so miffed here. He's had to take it off. Oh, it's really good. It's really fucking good. This is who Zoran Mamdani is up against. I mean, obviously, he's going to be up against Eric Adams and Andrew Cuomo running as independents against him. But who is seriously going to vote for Andrew Cuomo? His reputation is completely destroyed. He's literally a sex pervert. Eric Adams is just like a fucking weirdo. No one wants like 4 more years of Eric Adams. And there ain't no way the people of fucking New York City are voting for this fucking... Look at him. And here's the thing. If he starts to keep the hat off, you know, he might start to like be able to use his brain properly. So we have to shame him as much as possible. Hey, need some respect for the Fredo vote. Yeah, well, Chris Cuomo. Chris Cuomo is all over that, isn't he? Yeah, he looks like he's got Johnny on his head. Just, there's so many things you could say. We said most of them earlier. Anyway, it's proper good, that. I just think it's so fucking funny. And like, you know, and this isn't even like the stuff, like, look at his Instagram. His Instagram is insane. He's eating like the worst pizza in New York. Right? Square pizza. Who is going to New York City and getting a square pizza? Isn't this like Connecticut style pizza or some shit? Where do they have square pizzas? Minnesota. He's not getting the coal-fired, quality, legendary pizza in New York. He's like, yeah, man, fucking square-ass pizza with no cheese on it at all. Insane. Where is this shit? Sparrow Pizza. Where are you getting that pizza in New York? How can you even... It's just a slice of bread.
Molina, who was researching rocket propulsion for his graduate thesis. Frank Molina would later write his impression.
Plenty of bad pizza in New York City. Yeah, I know, but this is the thing, right? If you're a New Yorker, you're gonna know the best places to go, right? You're going to know where the key, especially if you want to be the mayor of New York. Why are you going and getting a square bread pizza?
Trained chemist who, although he lacked the discipline
Do you know what I mean?
of formal higher education, had an uninhibited and fruitful imagination.
How did he end up eating it?
Exotic aspects of life. Foreman, a skilled mechanic, had been working with
Trump rivalry got slammed for eating pizza with a fork. Yeah, bad.
They wished to build a liquid propellant
bakery in your town that sold that, Roma Bakery.
They lacked the adequate technical
Sicilian
and financial
pizza
resources. They hoped to find help at Caltech. They were sent to me.
I stand corrected.
The story began.
It is proper Italian.
What were their goals as a group?
There's bad pizza in Naples. Doesn't mean it's reasonable to end up eating bad pizza in Naples. True.
Around the world, folks.
Joe's pizza queue was too long. There you
A
go.
lot of them had been brought up reading.
Italians refuse to eat American pizza as pizza. Right. They're right to do that.
Other science fiction writers. seeing movies that depicted this sort of thing, and they were excited by that.
Frank Molina's university connections granted them after-hours.
Curtis Sliwa is a 9th-degree wanker. This is the beauty of having an international audience, by the way. Right? We've got like Mr. Dank, Floridian, and like a bit of a teaboo, yeah. Enjoy, like, you know, you love watching your soccer in it. Talking about the Lionesses earlier, love your drum and bass. You know, 9th degree wanker is something that only a American who's got like, you know, that like teaboo personality could come up with.
Access to Caltech's Guggenheim Aeronautical Laboratory.
Wanker.
And they got to work right away.
I love it when Americans say wanker as well. That's proper good, that. And bloody hell.
Which stood at 8,000 feet, set by their American contemporary, Robert Goddard. Jack had ideas he was eager to try, such as a concept he and Foreman called
American infused with Brit bong tendencies. Yeah, that's right.
Approach of firing a quick series of miniature gunpowder explosions.
Lid's gotta go. Eternally grateful. I'll see you soon, Lydia.
Skyward, one small burst.
Good to see you, mate. Hope you have a great evening.
Newspapers that the machine gun
Thanks for hanging out.
Nearly double Goddard's record, but they'd underestimated the.
Always admire the British proclivity for swearing. Hell yeah.
Reload the spent cartridges while the rocket was in flight.
The reality is that in the latter 1930s, when Molina and his colleagues were engaged in this activity, there wasn't a lot of knowledge that existed in the United States.
No one knew how to build a rocket motor, either liquid or solid, really, that was very effective or very satisfactory. So it meant that actually the people, those of us here, were really thrown upon our...
Bye, Lydia. Love you loads. See you soon.
When the trio tried to compare notes with Robert Goddard, who was testing rocket engines in Roswell, New Mexico, they found him secretive.
Oh, Steph, you're a sweetheart.
Disclose the results of his private trials. But as their experiments at Caltech continued,
that's what fucking community's all about.
To join them, slowly expanding the group's range of skills.
How did the members
Brit slang hits different, it does.
In order to make the most of their individual talents?
It was pretty informal. They worked under the auspices mostly of Frank Molina.
This guy's Owen Wilson's dad, back-to-back John Don Peterson.
And was a truly good leader. Each of them had various areas that they focused on: propulsion.
Oh my God, he is.
Electronics, control systems, and so forth. And they did all this sort of on an ad hoc basis. And they're building rockets. They're not very large, and they're building these things informally. It was all voluntary. They just did it because they were interested in it.
Jack was the group's chemist. Although he lacked the higher
Of course he was the chemist.
Many of his colleagues, he brought practical experience from working at a local explosive powder company, combined with the knowledge from his own amateur experiments. And with the help of Caltech's facilities,
depends on what your definition of wow is.
Potential fuel sources, cataloging his search for the most
defined pen.
Effective combination.
I would die for that pen.
Of ingredients.
I would die for it.
Putting these mixtures to the test often resulted in spontaneous explosions and outbreaks of fire, but equally dangerous were the noxious fumes that the burning fuel would produce. In one botched experiment, the crew attached a small rocket motor to a pendulum in order to measure the force of its thrust. But this resulted in what Frank Molina described as a big cloud of this corrosive nitrogen tetroxide, which permeated the entire building and rusted all the metallic surfaces it encountered.
How dangerous was their work?
Someone did a chat redeem earlier.
They had a nickname for themselves. They referred to themselves as the Suicide Squad.
Half a Laptop did a hydrate. Here's your hydrate, Half a Laptop.
For Jack Parsons. It was also the start of an intensely personal journey, which headlines would later call Jack's double.
Sorry, I missed that.
In 1938, Jack became a local celebrity after a team of prosecutors visited.
I don't know why we bought that shit, by the way. We had this big family dinners. And when you get there, There's a table full of cookies, probably a plate of suppressata or capricciolo one of the uncles made, and then you eat, and it's like buffet style potluck sort of thing. There's like pasta, salads, ham, potatoes, peas, corns, all kinds of shit. Then you have some desserts, and then there's usually fruit, and then the Roma pizza comes out.
Explosive specialist to testify in a car bomb.
Fucking hell. Proper Italian
Inspection
style.
of the crime scene, 23-year-old Jack rebuilt the bomb, explained to the court
Wooly Kermit in Ryman's, Jordan Pedder with a pen.
Enacted the explosion. His testimony helped put 3 culprits in prison and introduced Jack to the public as an explosives expert. As his
sounds like
early
a
career
grass
began
to me,
momentum,
mate.
He found companionship with a woman named Helen Northrup, a private and rarely photographed person who was described by those who knew her as good-natured and intelligent.
Northrup Grumman.
The two met at a Baptist church dance, and within a year, they were married. Despite the environment of their introduction, neither Jack nor Helen described themselves as particularly religious.
When we first went to Pasadena, lived there, we joined and I was baptized into the Baptist church.
The deadest spot.
Unfortunately, I guess. Some of the doors I didn't open.
Yeah, it was pretty barren, wasn't it?
Could have.
Jack's personal writing states that he developed a resistance to Christianity at a young age, due to his contempt for the crowd and unfortunate experiences with other children.
Interesting.
But in his early adulthood, Jack discovered a curious book of religious essays on a friend's bookshelf. Its title was Conks on Pox.
You know, people think that the internet is like some kind of new fangled way to become radicalized, and it is in a way. There's a lot of different ways you can get radicalized on the internet, but basically, back in the day, you could just like find a book and it would make you go mental, right? That's going to be what this is here. Like, this guy found a weird book and he became like a cult leader, right? Like, what is this? The philosophers in which is hidden in Abiegnus, the Rosicrucian mountain of initiation, and it's going to be all this fucking... It's going to be just the most delusional nonsense that we'll ever have heard in our entire life. Conks on Pox. What is that? What does that even mean?
Served as one of the earliest texts in developing the religion.
Ned Flanders crap.
Although its message was shrouded in allegory. The owner of the book
No one got into cults before 1998. No one murdered anyone before video games. It's true.
As real water to a thirsty man. Jack soon became captivated by its author, an enigmatic English occultist named Aleister Crowley.
And I believe in the
And who made a song about Aleister Crowley? Or Crowley? I don't know if she's pronounced that correctly. Fucking Scozzy Scosborn.
And the lion, mystery of mystery, in his name, Baphomet.
Jack learned that Aleister Crowley had a small group of followers only 10 miles from Pasadena, who operated a church out of the attic of a house in East Hollywood. Every Sunday, its members would conduct a public performance of a ritual.
This sort of thing's my jam, by the way. I need to read Agrippa's 3 Book of Occult Philosophy.
The Gnostic Mass.
Oh yeah, this is quality,
this was the only place in the world where the Gnostic Mass was performed, and only a few photographs of these performances still exist. But over the past century, modern Thelemic churches have appeared across the country, and many of them have
you ride that white horse?
Using the same style of costume, temple furnishings, and script used in the original.
I believe in one secret and ineffable Lord, and in one star in the company of stars, of whose fire we are created, and to which we shall return.
This still happens. Of course it does. Why am I surprised?
Mystery of mystery.
This is why Americans don't have healthcare, man, because all the people who could be like unionizing and doing a revolution are just like doing cults.
Play the part of the audience.
And I believe in one earth, the mother of us all, and in one womb.
Organize! Organize properly!
Wherein all men are begotten, and wherein they shall rest. Mystery of mystery.
In Britain, it's like everyone's in the pub, right? everyone's drinking too much booze. But in America, everyone's just doing cults.
Her name, Babylon.
The performance lasts around 40 minutes. And
no, I know it's not necessarily a cult. Like, a cult has to have a leader and structure. Yeah. I know.
Sonic gestures and ceremonial accoutrements.
I'm doing a bit.
Whose meaning would be mysterious to first-time viewers like Jack and Helen. But as the mass continues, it becomes sexually suggestive. And at the midway point, the priestess removes her costume entirely.
Nah, this is definitely a cult.
Audience members are invited to partake in communion. But rather than a sip of wine from a communal cup, attendees are asked to each drink an entire goblet themselves.
It's just a collective.
The ingredients.
Why have healthcare when you can wear robes?
Blood, which could be from various sources. According to Aleister Crowley's writing, the best blood is of the moon monthly. Then the fresh blood of a child or drop.
It's just a fun night out.
Then of enemies. Then of the priest or the worshippers.
It's just a little bit
of some beast, no matter what.
It's just a little bit concerning when someone has to get naked at one of these joints.
And mixed into the ingredients.
It's just sex magic.
A vegetarian substitute is often provided.
We ask that all present partake of a wafer of bread and a glass of either wine or grape juice. If you are not prepared to consume the Eucharist today, we thank you for coming and respectfully ask you to leave at this time.
After consuming the Eucharist, each attendee is asked to stand in front of the congregation and declare, "There is no part of me that is not of the gods." After
I'm getting like a memory of Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candles yogurt.
the performance, the
anyone know what I'm on about?
Introduced to the members of the church. Among them was film actress.
Do you remember what I'm on about? What was it called?
Dance instructor and priestess Regina Call, and gas.
I don't know why I'm thinking about that. Goop. Yes.
Clerk Wilfred Smith, who served as the group's priest.
It's just when they were saying like the eat of my body and the Christ thing. I don't know. I think it's just because I saw like a naked woman.
It had existed in Los Angeles for about 4 years. And its primary function
is it really still called? Is it called Goop?
Lodge of an international Mason.
Oh my God, it is.
Called the Ordo Templi Orientis, commonly abbreviated.
Well, that was as well why I thought about it.
Would you mind introducing yourself?
I'm David Shoemaker. I am a clinical psychologist in private practice in North Carolina. I've also been involved in Thelema and multiple organizations within that in a teaching and studying capacity for just about 30 years now.
David Shoemaker is one of the principal voices of modern Thelema. He holds a leadership position across the OTO temples throughout the United States, as well as provides training for many of the system's rituals and practices.
Imagine lighting a candle and it smells like tuna casserole. I mean, hopefully it doesn't smell like...
That is loosely based on Freemasonry. And so
a bad crotch.
Instructional method of OTO is...
But it's hard to imagine any other...
initiations and study and practice of the principles that are...
way that it smells.
The meaning behind the OTO's ritual performance...
I would be terrified if my psychologist was part of this. It seems bad, right? It seems bad.
Making them inaccessible to outsiders. But the Order's manifesto offers this as
people have definitely thought about...
The aims
people have definitely done like cum candles, right?
OTO can only be understood fully by its highest initiates.
Yeah, don't be tight on pussies. Yeah, exactly. They get a lot of hate. It's schneid.
Occult knowledge, the pure and holy magic of light, the secrets of mystic attainment.
Sliwa forehead candles!
Of all forms. And all other branches of the secret wisdom of the ancients, end quote. While the origins of the order can be traced back to the European Freemasons of the late 1800s,
that's tough.
After Aleister Crowley took
that's
leadership
proper good,
in the early 20th century, the OTO began to form its own identity as the first and only Mason.
Racism and desperation.
At the center of its belief system.
It's also
new from Curtis Sliwa. Racism and desperation.
A socially oriented order, so there's explicit aims of social change, introducing into the world, more broadly into the culture, attempting
someone get Photoshop up
principles in the culture itself, politics and social organizations and so on.
At the time of Jack and Helen's introduction, the religion of Thelema had yet to permeate.
It would smell like the back of a watch. Yeah. That exact smell.
Was found in international tabloids, portraying a group of occultists who were guided by a single ominous declaration.
Do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law.
Like when someone hasn't washed the balls for a while and it smells vinegary, you know what I mean?
Those who attended the church were invited to take
not that vinegar smell.
Crowley's writing in order to study the law of Thelema for themselves. The experience left a mixed first impression on the Parsons.
This spooky music is making it seem way creepier than it needs to be. Sorka, I know.
Alternating feelings of repulsion.
I know that you are a very intelligent person who has read up on this kind of stuff. And it's fine and harmless and all this kind of business, but I imagine that what this is probably going to be leading towards is that this guy has done some kind of atrocity, you know, with it being called Atrocity Guide. Need I remind people that one of the most popular videos from Atrocity Guide is about the Dolphin House, where a guy was in a flotation tank doing LSD in an attic while he converted his house into a dolphin aquarium, and there was a woman who was trying to force the dolphins to speak English, and she ended up fucking the dolphins, right? So that's the kind of thing we can probably safely assume is going to come out of this. So yes, true, you know, Goop is a cult about soap. That doesn't make soap evil, right? Yeah. But I imagine this guy is going to be evil in some way.
Which he ascribed to, quote, subconscious resistance against the ordeals ahead.
I mean, you make a good point, Sorka. Things are used by humans to whatever end, right?
The Suicide Squad was facing a crossroads. Throughout most of the 1930s, they've been
thanks for the follow or the subscribe. I can't remember which one was that. A follow?
Junkyards to build.
It was a follow. Thank you for the follow.
Jack and Ed Foreman had promoted their work in a couple of widely read science magazines. But what little funding they were able to generate from interested parties was spent replacing the laboratory.
Very well, thank you, BebMonster34.
Experiments.
How are you?
Without considerable patronage, the Suicide Squad were nearing their limits.
Convoluted dress-up group meditation? Sure.
But as war broke out across Europe and the United States military readied itself for engagement, the country's scientific institutions were called upon for help. In the Northeast, the Aeronautical Department of MIT began work on a de-icing technology to keep windshields of military aircraft clear while passing through freezing altitudes.
Yeah, pretty terrifying, isn't it?
The Suicide Squad were given a problem that only rockets could solve. Military pilots expected to encounter situations where adequate runway space was unavailable and would need a way to boost their planes into the air in lieu of a traditional takeoff. Jack had imagined their work leading to breakthroughs in weather forecasting and interplanetary exploration. So when a budget of $10,000 was offered for the military contract, it was both a lifeline and a hijacking of their work.
The Caltech Rocketeers, the Suicide Squad, if you will, under Frank Molina's leadership, reluctantly went to work for the military. They did not want to do so, and there's some stunning letters by Frank Molina that he wrote to his parents when he started.
I love it when boomers use a webcam and they have like so much fucking headroom. Look at all this fucking headroom. Dima Fireblood says, you have Eastern European beauty. What is that? What does that mean?
By Frank Molina that he wrote to his parents when he started into this process, and he said, you know, I just really hate building a weapon of war and furthering the possibility of hurting other individuals. But somebody's got to stop the Nazis. And
it's an unflattering angle, yeah.
They're going to run roughshod over Europe and maybe into America.
The suicide squad sought advice from Caltech professor Theodore von Karman.
The natural lighting is a
The group
bonus.
since they'd begun their experiments in Caltech's aeronautical laboratory.
Von Karman was brilliant in all kinds of ways.
Almost a nose hair angle.
He was a superb teacher and very much a leader in the sense that he could inspire people to pursue certain kinds of things that they wanted to do. And in fact, Von Karman encourages this group, and they agree to do it, to accept.
It's mad how everyone just had hats on like that and they never blew off
Contract
in the wind.
The Rocketeers set up a base of operations in an open canyon of the Arroyo Seco in order to develop what they called jet-assisted takeoff, or JATO.
See a bunch of that at the gym where I work. People set their pictures. I see them when they're signing with their phones. With older people, it's endearing how awkward they are.
Accuracy of the name, the word rocket was substituted.
That's quality.
Due to it still being associated with fantasy fiction novels and Sunday comic strips.
Hats were serious business, so they'd be perfectly fitted. True, yeah, true.
The contract was nicknamed the Buck Rogers job.
These are retarding rockets. Make sure you put them in the lower racks with the firing end forward.
Sick.
But the technological requirements
Chat, that was real.
were daunting. The rocket's thrust would need to lift an aircraft weighing several tons and maintain the thrust long enough for it to stabilize in the air. Such a rocket had never been built before, but according to Frank Molina and Professor von Karman, it was mathematically possible. The casual culture of their early experiments shifted into a more regimented approach as the squad divided into designated departments. Machine shop led by mechanic Ed Foreman.
Well, they were,
Conducted by mathematicians Barbara
They were saying it in the same way as flame retardant, weren't they?
and Richard Canwright. Liquid propulsion led by PhD candidate Martin Summerfield. And fuels led by Jack.
Parsons was a
That
very
fucking
fine chemist.
1920s.
He had studied chemistry.
1940s ass fucking phrasing.
Who was interested in developing the most effective fuels that were out there. These were essentially solid fuels at this point in time.
Jack's initial approach would be to design a custom black powder by combining his own ratio of charcoal and sulfur.
Looking like fucking
Oxidizers and binders
Henry
to
from
form a solid
Eraserhead
fuel sludge.
with that hair.
This sludge would be packed directly into the rocket's chamber, and when ignited, it would provide a slow, controlled burn that would give pilots access to takeoff fields otherwise impossible. As the squad began making progress, more funding would be granted, but a full demonstration of the rockets at work would soon be required. Jack and other members of the squad were given security clearance and ordered not to disclose their work with anyone. And as war spread across Europe, the squad labored in secret.
This is fascinating. Like, obviously, he's going to become some kind of figure in this pseudo-religion, right? Which we're not going to call a cult, because Sorka will be like, that's wrong. Mr. Sliwa has that sludge in his hair. Yeah, he does. He will obviously be some kind of position of power in this pseudo-religion and is going to abuse his power in some way. But it's crazy, the setup. The setup is crazy. This slow burn. Like, at this point, we're just learning about him being like a scientist.
The Gnostic Mass was never far from Jack's mind. And over time, he began to immerse himself in the philosophy, history, and purpose of Thelema through the writing of its enigmatic prophet. To his followers around the world, he was called such titles as Baphomet and the Master Therion. But to the wider public, he was an Englishman named Aleister Crowley, and his name began appearing in the press around the turn of the 20th century.
There he is, having a bath.
He gained attention from journalists for his expeditions to some of the world's tallest and most dangerous peaks, where members of his climbing group didn't always come back alive. His poetry
Your
also
grandmother was
garnered
obsessed
public
with this guy?
recognition, both for its
He seemed like
lyricism and frequently
an
provocative
extremely
subject matter, with many critics predicting a promising
interesting
literary career
person.
ahead of him. However, mainstream opinion of Aleister Crowley began to shift in 1999
Celebrity crush for her?
when he
I think a lot of people
debuted a
felt like
series
that.
titled The Equinox. While the series would include much of Crowley's literary output, the book's stated purpose was to
mention,
offer
cult
suitable
confirmed.
candidates initiation into a training academy. Its members, hidden among society and practicing in secret, were students of what Crowley would call magic, the science and art of causing change to occur in conformity with will.
Got
The
ya.
book series served as a repository for the school's curriculum, guided meditations to develop the student's astral body, and rituals for invoking the gods of ancient mythology were encountered at various grade levels.
I mean, meditation using meditation being a exercise through which to use the brain to build your spirit as a muscle is something that is not unique to this. This is something that has been, you know, this is in a lot of Eastern religions, right? A lot of Eastern spirituality. So
Alongside
it's not too far removed. Pranayama, that's literally a Hindu thing, right? Maybe not Hindu particularly, but it's an Indian
for
word.
training the mind and body to safely perform them. Tuition would be free aside from the price of the books, but admission would be limited to those who could pass an introductory written exam, demonstrating adequate knowledge of astrology, the Kabbalah, and comparative Eastern religions, among other topics.
Right.
Successful applicants would be paired with a student of a higher grade to act as their instructor, and welcomed into the Brotherhood of the AA.
The AA is designed to be a one-to-one training organization where each student has a
Dr. David Shoemaker.
single teacher and generally does
She said his name before, but I don't think I was paying attention. David Shoemaker.
who else is in the order.
Imagine your name was Shoemaker.
It's very private, and the work is.
It's not the RAC.
There are no group meetings or any sort of social course like that, except for a very few initiatory ceremonies in the early grades. The idea in AA is that at every stage you are being taught by someone who has done the work before.
Hey Link, how are you?
Is at least one grade ahead of you. So in order to advance, you have to do a certain set of practices and document it diligently in a magical diary that is then submitted and reviewed to your superior. And it's a training and testing organization.
Good to hear it.
Don't advance until you have shown that you have the capacity to pass certain tests. And some of these are ritual competence. Some of them have to do with meditative results.
Been chilling. We're all fucking chilling in here, you know.
With memorization of,
We've done all the stressful bit of the stream. Now we're learning about Aleister Crowley.
And incenses and
some mad
associated together, with certain
spiritual shit. We're not allowed to call it a cult because that'll upset Sorka.
Progress would be measured by advancement along a skill
I'm just joking.
with each grade representing
I'm just pulling your leg.
one or more of
I know
the
you wouldn't
school's
be
magical
actually upset,
disciplines,
but
culminating in the ultimate attainment.
Sorka is the expert in the chat about spirituality and
What Crowley called the true will.
all that kind of business.
Students of exceptional
Anglicized from Schumacher during one of the wars. That's true.
work such as poetry and musical compositions.
You did say it was cult adjacent. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I'm just pulling your leg. I'm just pulling your leg. Arranged by Atrocity Guide composer Ryan Probert. That's a great name as well, isn't it? Probert. That's quality, that.
The impetus for Crowley's formation of the AA was a short 3-chapter book written 5 years prior to the Equinox's debut.
But wait, hang on. Isn't Schumacher, like, literally German for shoemaker? Surely it is.
And serving as
So,
the governing law
my comment
to
still
which his
stands,
school of
innit?
magic
Like,
would
shoemaker.
Who is the author of
Your
the Book of the
name's... Well, you know what? Everyone in fucking Britain's called Smith, innit? Because that's what blacksmiths were called. John Smith, David Smith. Like, people back in the day in medieval times were called like John Builder and stuff as well, innit?
I'll defer to
you know what I mean?
Said about it, which is that the book was dictated to him as if he were hearing a voice over his shoulder, and that the entity supposedly dictating to him is named Aiwas. So in sort of modern parlance, this would be what we might call a channeled writing. He didn't use that term, but that's the idea, that this is a book dictated to him by his spiritual contacts.
Mental.
In the mundane world.
Occupational surnames, yeah.
It's attributed to Crowley.
The text begins, had the manifestation of Nuit, the unveiling of the company of heaven. Every man and every woman is a star.
What does every number is infinite?
Oh, don't remind me of Thatcher.
Mean to you?
In asking about particular words, phrases, sentences, passages from the holy books, including the Book of the Law.
Stedman, people who looked after noble people's steeds. Steeds or steads?
To offer interpretations.
Yeah, they're steeds. Yeah, the horse. Yeah.
And what Crowley wanted is for each person to approach.
Check you with your clip badge as well.
The book's overall purpose was to proclaim...
You're the clip champ in the stream for doing that one clip.
A law whose tenets are codified in a single sentence.
What is your favorite passage in the Book of the Law?
A boring but true answer. Do it the will from the will of the law, because everything stems from one's understanding of...
Your last name is a type of boat. My last name is the name of the hamlet where my ancestors were from.
Anything else is secondary. Everything else has to follow from that. Every tool, every practice that we train and test on is designed to open up awareness of our true will. To have that one sentence in that central holy book of the Book of the Law, I don't think I'm overstating it to say that's all we need in many senses.
You're a Murray.
Will shall be the whole.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've seen your name before. Yeah.
Writing,
I mean, obviously, I would never just say that on stream.
As a call to
divulge that information, data protection. You know.
Planes of being an experience. And in February
what's the significance of that?
1941, roughly 2 years after attending their first Gnostic Mass, records show that...
Do you know much about the etymology in that?
...been initiated into both the magical school of the AA and the Thelemic Masonic Order of the OTO, taking the Law of Thelema as their new religious ideology.
Moray, northeast Scotland, apparently is where it's from. Patronymic surname, because Nordic heritage, hell yeah. Yeah, last name histories are cool, right? Grandfather had an emblem. Ooh. My last name was changed to something more American when my ancestors arrived from Eastern Europe. Yep.
The war in Europe was escalating, with many crucial battles.
Not sure where yours came from.
Reports also surfaced that the Nazis were
patronymic's a good word, isn't it?
To take off. Although how far along
patronymic, matronymic.
Clear. The Suicide Squad was growing in size and sophistication as more accommodations to their base in the
changed again to sound less German.
And slowly, a working rocket
that fucking sucks.
In battle began to form. While Martin Summerfield was making auspicious progress with liquid fuels, Jack's experiments
classic Scottish one. Your mum's side came from Norway. Campbell, yep.
The design was simple.
Moray Firth, 12th century, yep.
Solid fuel was packed into the rocket. An igniter was activated via a small electric charge. As the fuel burned, the combustion would travel through a hollow chamber and exit through a nozzle, providing thrust. The rocket would need to burn for at least 10 seconds.
Ferry's a cool one though when you say it sounds like fairy when you say it out loud. Ferry.
A solid fuel rocket.
Not if you're British, I'm afraid.
Seconds was unheard of, but
fucking ferry in it.
Amateur experimentation and knowledge of explosive materials had prepared him for this responsibility.
The furry.
As he set to work, photographs show him often dressed in a full suit, with colleagues noting sweat dripping from his pores as he labored in the hot desert. And after countless hours, Jack developed a black powder-based fuel capable of providing nearly 30 pounds of thrust for an astonishing 12 seconds. as per their military contract requirements, the
Fairy,
installed
innit?
a rack of
That's how I say
prototypes onto a
fairy.
small test plane.
Fairy.
Conducted their first official demonstration of jet-assisted takeoff.
And ferry is just ferry. Ferry, ferry, ferry. Den Perry. Jerry. Mum's side surname comes from the Knights Templar. What?
Were the first instances
Moved from mainland Europe to the UK where the Templars were persecuted? That's mental!
Two planes filmed side
I knew a guy called Ferry. It was fitting because his nose could transport numerous people across bodies of water. Oh, listen, people used to say that about me. Chat, you know I used to get called Pinocchio at school.
the rockets provided
You should never say that on a when you're a content creator, you should never say shit like that. You should never say shit like that. What am I thinking? What am I fucking talking about? Don't start on the Den Perry. Den Perry, Jerry!
abrupt mid-air boost if ignited post-liftoff. Although the demonstration...
For those of you who are British and of a certain age or have a certain memory, my partner in the chat barn program, like maybe even the first, probably I think the second time that she came to like hang out with me, she had a fucking Brian Potter t-shirt on, Phoenix Nights, and it's like done in a fucking death metal style, and I was like, yep, she's the one.
And was cause for celebration, there was a fundamental problem with Jack's black powder fuel. When ignited, nearly a third of these
Dad's surname was Dicesare of Caesar. Yeah, fairly common around Rome, I imagine it.
endangering
Yeah.
the life of the pilot.
Used to be your surname, but fuck that guy. Fair enough.
Jack discovered that the issue lay in the fuel's shelf life. When left to sit overnight, the fuel supply would develop cracks.
He's calling bugle.
Burn pattern reached a crack,
What, like the trumpet?
the rocket became a bomb. Jack began mixing in various binders such as stationary glue in order to give adhesion to the fuel, and compress the mixture into the rocket an inch at a time for added density. But the prognosis was grim. The only way to safely use
I like that they've
rockets was
colorized
to ignite them within hours after the fuel was poured.
these bits of footage where they've just like left him colorized.
Application.
A third exploded, yeah.
That the Congress declare that since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday, December 7th, 1941,
Yeah, Wild West rocket science, yeah.
has existed
Bugle is slang for nose round here, right, gotcha.
and the Japanese Empire.
By the time the United States had entered the war, Jack had been a Thelamite for nearly a year, attempting to advance in both orders of the AA and the OTO.
How does one advance within the OTO?
In the OTO,
This guy was definitely knocking around with Oppenheimer, by the way.
Factors. First of all, to gain entry,
They would have been definitely like going to the same bars and shit.
from the degree you're applying to. So, to people of that degree who agree that you are a worthy candidate. And then often there's a particular period of time you need to spend in a certain degree before advancing to the next, and then, paying the dues to advance to the next degree, or the fees.
The inclusion of Jack had been cause for optimism, as members wrote to Crowley to brag of the intellect, enthusiasm, and striking appearance of their new recruit.
It wasn't unprovoked. They stopped selling oil and scrap steel to Japan when they were at war with China and started selling to China. Oh, is that right?
Advanced quickly through the
Did not know that.
with the orders closely.
Yeah, lots of people say that the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor was definitely provoked. Like the US wanted to do it to seize power in the Pacific, right?
Guarded magical secrets on his horizon. His time thus far in the AA had been spent at the introductory grade.
Also, it's incredibly funny that they did that and then China had a revolution and now China are like the USA's main enemy.
Probationer, where he would obtain a ceremonial robe to wear during his magical practices. and began a new daily routine that would signal his transformation into...
Bikinis were introduced to promote bombs, or at least popularized to advertise it. Is that right?
4 times per day, he would perform a short ritual adoration to the sun called Libra Resh. And twice per day...
Unlike Elon Musk, this level of explosive results is reasonably justified because they just didn't know what they were doing, making the most of their resources yet.
Drawn and visualized in the air around himself.
It's an unscheduled rapid disassembly.
Over the elements of air.
Hey Carpe, what's up? Good to see you.
Having a simple ritual, like the classic lesser ritual of the pentagram, practiced chronically for months, years.
You're about 4 p.m., Carpe?
We've gained the...
Happy afternoon, dude.
Invoke force in a few minutes or less, or banish force
also
quickly.
Please go and show some love to Carpe Pax. He's a great streamer.
Practiced a simple ritual like that for a long time.
According to the AA's syllabus, the probationer grade would require Jack to spend at least 1 year experimenting with any magical practices featured in the Equinox series that seemed relevant to him at the time, while documenting the results.
Hey, be cool, Theo. How you doing? I'm on that chronic pentagram. Yeah, that's what you want.
The portion of Jack's magical diary.
That's just what you want.
Grade has been lost to time. His later writings mention invocations to the Greek god Pan and the Egyptian god Horus as among his first major magical workings. Jack explains his approach to these operations in the following way, quote, "In invocation, as in any other scientific procedure, the essential requirements are the knowledge of the operation, the quality of the equipment, and a painstaking attention to detail. An invocation is a means of tuning in on that which is desired, and tuning out all that which is superfluous or antagonistic to the operation."
When it's midnight and you realize you haven't eaten, how the fuck am I 25 stone? Yeah, I feel like that sometimes. Although I'm not 25 stone, but you know what I mean. Like, I need something to eat as well. I was literally just thinking about that because I'm coming up at nearly 5 hours streamed, and I said I'd go another hour today. So, unfortunately, I am going to be ending the stream. But you don't have to go you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I'm gonna raid someone. We are gonna raid the Serfs. We're gonna go over and raid Lance. He is covering some politics stuff. Unfortunately, we've not finished this today, but we should finish it next week at some point. Still got the Tomcat on here. But listen, it's been a great week. I really appreciate it. It's been so good. Thank you for all the raids. Thank you for all the donos. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for all the follows. Thanks for just being in the chat and hanging out. It's been really, really good. We will pick this up on Thursday next week. We'll keep this as like a Thursday evening treat after getting through the nightmare of the week. And don't forget, we're having a bonus stream this month where I'm going to be doing some DJing. So I'll be doing that next Friday night. So I will be spinning some drum and bass tunes next week, next Friday. Okay? Don't forget, I've got socials. Please go and support me on my socials. Go to my YouTube channels. Support and subscribe to me on them. And also give me a like and a comment and a subscribe and all that stuff on just any video. Just choose literally any video. It's fine. And don't forget Red Planet. We've got a Red Planet episode this Sunday where me and my two commie friends, Conquest the Dread, Sophie from Mars, talk to organizers. We're going to be having Sarah Zedig, who was involved. She's a YouTuber, but she was also involved a lot in the autonomous region in the Seattle. In Seattle, remember the Seattle autonomous zone, the Chaz, I think it was called. So we are gonna be talking to her about organizing and what that was like. So that's gonna be on Sunday on the Red Planet channel. That's Red Planet Live, twitch.tv/Red Planet Live. In the meantime, let us go and raid the Serfs. Join me for the raid, folks. If you don't have a sub, use the second one. If you do have a sub, use the first one. Even though the Muel bot doesn't have the emotes, this is what it looks like. Right. Thank you so much for being here. Honestly, it's been such a pleasure. I will see you all either on Sunday or on Monday. Normal streams resume Monday next week, 7 p.m. You know the score. Monday to Thursday. All right, chat. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening. Peace, 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 peace.